Included as part of the course is a buffet-style lunch, tour of the studio and the chance to shop in our exclusive on-site store. All of this for just $79.99. For more information, head over to our website or contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@JewelleryMaker.com.
It's easy to stay in touch with JewelleryMaker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with JewelleryMaker.
Are you interested in learning a brand new medium or brushing up on your skills? Then why not join Jo Barclay Logie for her seed bead leather wrap bracelet workshop? You will learn an array of different style bracelets, including the Chan Lu bracelet, and get to grips with various seed bead techniques, including the ladder stitch. Included as part of the course is a buffet-style lunch, tour of the studio and the chance to shop in our exclusive on-site store. All of this for just $79.99. For more information, head over to our website or contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@JewelleryMaker.com.
Welcome back. I'm Lara and this of course is Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to each and every single one of you. And guess who I've got with me today? You'll never ever guess. If I gave you 100 guesses you would still not. All right, yeah, no, it's Jem. It's Jem. She is amazing, she's gorgeous, and she's with us today all night, and we've got clearance all the way through as well. And believe it or not, we are bringing you the most sensational must-have. I don't know if you saw it close up and personal, but if you love, oh hello, it's doing its own thing there. If you love your Labradorite, then this is going to be the one for you. Now, the quality of Labradorite we've had over the last few days has been sensational, hasn't it? This is no different. The colours you're getting in it are amazing. The good news on this one, though, in comparison to the others that we've had, is we actually have a reasonable quantity of stock available. Yesterday and the day before, they were so small on the stock that they went. We have 85 of these, which is still going to go, and it's still going to go quickly, but at least there's more of a chance to get a hold of it. So that's coming up a little bit later on. Of course, we've got the kit in the second hour as well. And I have got my gorgeous earrings, which I put to one side, and now I don't know where I put them. There is a pair of pearl earrings that I have managed to misplace, which I shouldn't have done. But they are stunning. It's my star buy today. It's with sterling silver. They're gorgeous little pearls. They're going to be perfect for any gift, and they're kind of a little bit later on. Now, where shall I start? So many choices. So many choices. How about I bring you this to start off with? Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Jump rings. Is this the thing that I misplaced? Thank you. Here we are. I'll show you these in a moment. These are little jump rings. We're looking at 5mm. We're looking at gold plate jump rings. There are 4 of them in the pack. I like 5mm. I like 5mm a lot. They're ideal for working with, if you're attaching sort of gemstone pendants. They're great if you're doing something like a charm as well. I find 7mm are sometimes a little bit too big.
They're nice and delicate on the ends
Yeah.
of your chains as well, aren't they? They're not too
absolutely.
obtrusive.
And when I made my mum's ruby necklace, I used 7mm on that, and it was still beautiful, it was still lovely, but it just looked a little bit like they were feature pieces rather than just attachments. Does that make sense?
It totally does, yeah. Your 5mm are a brilliant size, multi-purpose, universal.
Yeah, they're brilliant. And of course, the fact the gold plate as well is amazing, because it's got that high quality finish to it. It's got a beautiful look. Perfect size, perfect shape, and 4 pieces in total. And they are 95 pence. 95 pence. Less than £1. Can I just double check something on this as well? These are closed jump rings, aren't they? Closed jump rings. Okay, when was the last time you saw closed jump rings?
Oh, almost never.
So, on top of the fact they are gold plate, they are closed jump rings. Normally, we give you open jump rings. So if you're new to jewellery making, you're wondering what the difference is. Closed jump rings, there is no way of opening them. Whereas with an open jump ring, you'd have a little slice down the centre and you'd be able to open them and then attach them to things. So these are really strong, really sturdy. Yeah, they're fabulous.
If I'm making bracelets and I'm going to use a jump ring as a feature piece between beads, closed jump rings are the ones I want to use because there's no way that they can escape over the beading thread. Whereas occasionally with your saw cut, the saw cut might not close 100% flush if you've not kind of wiggled it correctly. Yeah. So it's fantastic to have the closed ones, and they do give you that beautiful fit, all-round 360-degree finish.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing as well, if you're making your own, sometimes you get a lip on one side, so that doesn't always enable it to close properly either. So if you do want that sturdiness, then a closed jump ring is perfect. Loads of you getting 3s and 4s, which is fabulous. I've got 6 going out to, where's that? Well, Greater London as well. So well done, my lovelies. They are fabulous. I'm going to leave those there with you. The next one I'm going to bring to... Hello, come on, come on, come on, over here. Oh, can I just give you a sneak peek of this first? So this is the one that I misplaced. I'm good at that. I either destroy the set or misplace things. So this is what's coming up a little bit later on as my star buy. We are looking at a pair of pearl earrings. They are luscious, aren't they? Really classic design. So you've actually got the post there, which is, it's almost like the end of a screw. It's got the wire around the side, which makes it easier for you to secure it to the actual pearl itself. So they're coming up a little bit later on. Gorgeous, through and through. Next up, I'm going to bring to you gorgeous emeralds, but not just gorgeous emerald, a whole metre. The sizes are fabulous as well. Jan.
Do you want me to come and hold the end?
Well, no, I'm good. It's good exercise.
I'm impressed. That's a huge amount of emeralds.
That's massive.
Wowzers.
That is massive. You're getting an entire metre. It's 120 carats. They are not... There's so many on here. So you've got some larger ones, but they're not massive. They're actually a really lovely size. So you're getting so many on here. If you take a look at these, your graduation goes from 1 by 1 right through to 6 by 3. So because of that 1 by 1, look how many you're getting. Just look. Remember this, I've double-sided it here, so... It
just goes on.
It goes on and on.
It's a rope, not a strand.
And on. It is a rope, in fairness. It is a rope. It's massive. But you are getting so many on here. This is one of those stash builder items. So if you love your emeralds, it doesn't matter if you do love them or not. If you're making to buy, somebody is always going to love an emerald. The fact you've got an entire metre of it is fabulous. I think it's one of those gemstones that is a must-have anyway, because if you're making things like your trees, perfect for foliage, perfect as a backdrop, because green, of course, is Mother Nature's canvas. It works with any colour. It's gorgeous. Should be £19.95, not today, we are taking ridiculously low. I've just been told where it's going. How many of these are there? There is a reasonable quantity, thankfully, because we just dropped it to £10.50 for an entire metre of emeralds. One of the big three gemstones has just gone to £10.50. Oh my goodness. I'm going to ask you what you would do with this, but there's so many things you could do with it.
I'd probably take some of the feature stones in the centre of the strand and make rings, initially solitaires and trilogies, and then at the shallower end of the strand I'd want to channel set and make great big long beautiful bracelets that just go on and on and on, just to prove that you've had a metre of emeralds.
That's a nice idea. I would take the centre and pop it with a silver popcorn chain bracelet.
Oh, beautiful.
And just have that.
Either with the rose gold overlay or the sterling silver.
Oh, of course, rose gold overlay, yes.
Looks beautiful together.
In fact, if you go for the one we had yesterday, that was both the silver and the rose gold overlay, wasn't it? So
That
it'd
was
be perfect. Yeah. Now, there are loads in baskets. Make sure you're checking those out. It's £10.50 for an entire metre of emeralds. My goodness me. That is ridiculous when you think about it. And the colour variation that you get throughout is just gorgeous. There's so many different tones, so many different intonations. You can use it time and time and time and time and time again. Grab it. Grab it while you can. Do you know, shall we go from one big three to another big three? Shall we go from emeralds to sapphire? Does that sound good?
Oh, always.
Oh, always indeed. I kind of want to follow it by ruby then.
Ah.
Do we have ruby as well? Yes, I thought it was in the later hour. We have got the big three. Oh, hello. Take a look at this. Think of your summer nautical themes, because you generally, for the last, I think it's been about 9 years or something, hasn't it? Every summer there has been some kind of a nautical theme.
Oh, definitely. Whether it's just the rope work or if you're working on the traditional blue and white, the ocean blue.
Red has been quite big as well, so red, white and blue.
Perfect.
Or red and white.
Bring in those rubies a bit later on.
I know, I know. But this one, this is perfect graduation of colour, isn't it?
It's a beautiful strand.
Shaded blue sapphire. Just take a look, you've got the depth of the colour here, really rich deep dark, beautiful, going into the lighter blues, going into the icy whites as well, and then creeping back in. It's really nicely done, to the point where I actually would just want to restrand it and make a necklace out of it, maybe add some chain to the end.
Totally. I love how it's been shaded in terms of its colour, as well as the graduation. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Should be £24.95, but it's a clearance. And it's Easter Sunday, so we are taking it even lower. Today and today only, it is going to go for £13.70. £13.70. We've gone as low as we possibly can on this one. That is amazing.
That's absolutely stunning. And you've got plenty there to make a bracelet and have some left for charms or earrings as well.
Absolutely.
A full sapphire bracelet with that graduation in colour, I think that would be very desirable.
The size of it as well, and the fact that it's faceted in the way it has been, actually makes it look like a really high-end strand.
I think so, yeah.
Not a £13.70 strand. Just because we're dropping these prices, by the way, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with these gemstones, doesn't mean it's any lesser quality. They're still absolutely stunning in every single way. It's just that it's a clearance. It's literally a case of making room in that vault so we can bring in new stock for the summer season. Grab it while you can. Loads in baskets at the moment. Loads and loads and loads. Check those baskets out. That's going to be the main theme for today, is checking those baskets out as soon as you can. There have been a lot of people missing out, unfortunately, particularly on the lower quantity of stock. So if you see it, like it, love it. Really easy to add to your order, so you don't ever have to pay any additional postage and packaging. If you use it within the 24-hour period, then you'll be fine. Right up until 12 midnight, you get one postage and packaging. So take advantage of that. Tanya! Hello, darling. Hello, hello. Could you pop that on my screen? Because I don't think I brought my glasses in with me today. Are you actually going to run for them?
Yeah. Where are they?
I think they're in the changing room.
Okay.
I love you. Love you. Could you read that one for me? Thank you, darling.
This is from Tanya, and it says, you can buy the emerald and sapphires for the original price of the sapphires. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
There you go.
Wow. Yep, I totally agree. And hi.
Thank you very much for that, my lovely. Random hand coming into the screen there. Don't worry about that. It's the gorgeous Sam. Hi. Now, I am going to bring you some ruby. Where's that then? It's just entered by the random hand that appeared on the screen. There we are. Thank you again, Sam. Did you find them? He has. Amazing. Thank you. There we are.
Oh, you are so cute.
I can join you. I shall keep them there in case anything else comes through. Right, in fact, we are now completing the big three. Ruby, 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 ruby. Oh. There is nothing quite like a gorgeous ruby.
What beautiful shapes too.
They are fab, aren't they?
Mm.
So it's almost like a pre-form. So it looks, you'd understand what I meant if I said just before it's been faceted. So you'd cob it, which is cut it down to the kind of shape and size that you want, and then you'd smooth it out and make sure it's ready to be formed. It is almost like it's pre-formed. I love that. So you're getting it just before it's been faceted. And it creates this beautiful shape, this lovely little droplet. And it is almost like a rice bead, isn't it?
Elements of rice bead or almost sort of pre-marquise shape.
Of course, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Very elegant, I think.
Very elegant indeed. The fact you've got the smoothness, and I like the fact that it's got no facets.
Mm.
I think that creates something really nice to it.
It's exceptional in a ruby of this depth of colour, I think. It looks very beautiful, not faceted.
Almost a maroon, isn't it?
Yes.
It's got a purpley overtone to this one, which is brilliant. Should be £24.95. Just sit down for a moment, because when you see how low we're going...
Whoa.
That was Michael collapsing on the floor under the pressure of the price drop. That's how heavy that one fell. Are you okay, Mike?
It's just the price. The price was so low.
Maybe need a mattress.
I think we do need a mattress. We can all have a nap then. Is your leg okay? Is your leg okay?
Yeah, I've done myself a bit of a mischief there.
Just a bit of mischief. Oh dear. Half the stock has gone. You know when we say it's a price drop, it's not a mic drop, it's a price drop.
And mic drop's completely different, isn't it?
I know, that's true, that's true. If you've never tried this before, try us now for the first time. 0800 644 655. I've got how many left? 9 left. 9 left, and that is it. I wasn't expecting him to do that at all. And of course, you can shop online as well, and you can use our app, which is fabulous. And if you haven't got the app, you can still use your mobile phone, and it's so easy to do. Even if you're wandering about, you can still just check every few minutes to see what's going on. That's what I tend to do. And then you're going, I want that, and I want that. Love it. Or Jem gets a message at 2 o'clock in the morning, was it?
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you just do this? And what was the next one, sorry? Ooh, ooh. The fact that you were awake and responded to me at 2 o'clock in the morning was brilliant.
I don't sleep.
Nor do I, clearly. I have got some toggles for you now, though. So we are looking at... These are really pretty. Talking about nautical themes, we've got sort of a rope work effect on these ones. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. You've got a lot there as well. So you are getting 8 of them in a pack. You're actually getting your round toggle clasps, which are 17mm, and your T-bars, which are 23mm. And they have got a nautical kind of a theme, because if I hold one of these up, you should be able to see that rope work effect that you've got. And that goes through both on the round and also on the T-bar as well.
They are lovely.
They are nice, aren't they?
I like to separate these into pendants and cufflink findings. So I always kind of double up, some to close my necklaces and bracelets, and some to make into pendants where you can wire gemstones either inside or outside of the O frame. And then you use the bar section to make your cufflinks. It's really handy to kind of double up.
There we are. £2.95 for 8. That's a bargain, isn't it? Mike, just don't. Just hold on.
Not to take it in.
No, that's it.
Try to go straight
Ignore
over
the
my
price. Don't even think about it. I tell you what we'll do. We'll have to get you a seat or something, won't we?
With a seat belt.
With a seat belt, yeah, just in case. These prices are going to be ridiculous. We should have a warning, really, to say you need to be sitting down because they're going to knock your socks off. They are. The prices are fab today. Love it. It's Easter Sunday, after all. We have to do something special. So you're getting 8 of them for £2.95. Lots of you coming in to get more than one of these. Of course. Of course. So how would you do it as a cufflink, then?
You would add perhaps a jump ring or a section that you would utilise into your wire work, and you could use any sort of gemstone with just a head pin and then do a wrapped loop onto the loop on the cross section, the straight bar section.
Oh, so the actual bar would go through
and the bar is what goes through the hole in the cuff.
Yeah. Brill. Brill, brill, brill. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Now, next up... I've got some fossil agate for you. Torratella. Oh, bear with me. How many have we got? We've got loads. It's 285 carats in total. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 of them here. Can't guarantee you'll get exactly 8. If they're smaller in size, you'll get more. If they're bigger in size, you'll get slightly less. But the one that I've got, the sample here in the studio, is 8 individual pieces. Shape-wise, they will vary. It's multi-shaped. So in this particular pack, I've got ovals and I've got pear shapes. You may get rounds, you may get squares, you may even get triangles or rectangles. You could get anything in that particular pack, but I can't guarantee what you're actually going to get. I can guarantee you're getting 280 carats, and I can guarantee it's going to look gorgeous. Take a look at this one.
They're absolutely fascinating. They look like worlds unfolding, the beginning of time, galaxies forming. I love this gemstone.
They are fabulous. And I tell you what, if you don't think they look gorgeous, you've still got your 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can send it back. There you go, you can send it back.
But they are truly fascinating.
Mm-hmm. No, they absolutely are. I love they're so unique, each and every single one of them. You need to take a look at the price they're going to go to as well, because we are going to be very naughty. Very naughty. £24.30. And I'm going to show you the back as well, because I actually quite like the back. Even though it's not been polished, there's something really elegant about the matte surface and all those inclusions. If you covered up the edging, I think you could sort of frame it beautifully and maybe make it so it's a dual-sided pendant, so you can see that gorgeous polish and then also that matte side as well.
Definitely go for the double side. I think it's beautiful with it's like a semi-polish, the matte effect is really gorgeous, and it allows you to see into the depths of the gemstone itself. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, they are fantastic. Now I'm going to leave those there with you because I want to move on to... I'm going to try and cram as many clearance items in as possible, so we can give you... See, there's so many, I can't even keep them in. Right, 17. Oh, I love these! I love these. Are you ready for this? Just ignore that happened. I did not throw them off the mat at all.
No, they just went for a little slide, that's all.
They went for a walk. They're adventurous. I mean, look at them. These are known as Mango Luna. You can see why they're called Luna though, can't you? Because when it catches the light, it lights up just like, you know, when you get... I want to call it a Death Star moon. It's obviously not...
Rings around the moon?
No, you know when you get you're driving home, sometimes it's really low and it's bright red.
Oh yes, okay.
And it's massive. Mm-hmm. And you're looking at it going, wow. And about half an hour later it goes back to its normal size. But for a short time period, it's so low in the sky. It's normally winter time.
I really like what you called it. That's what I'm going to call it from here on in. It's a blood moon, but that's okay.
Oh, is that what it's called?
You
there
can
we
call
are.
it a Death Star moon.
Other moons are available. Other stars are available also. So it's called a blood moon?
As far as I'm aware, yes. If we're thinking of the same thing, yes.
Yes. When it's red and massive.
Yeah.
Not a Death Star moon.
It looks like the sun in like a Florida sunset, that kind of sun.
See, that's a better way of describing it.
Yeah, like a nice orange Florida.
Do you want to come here and take over?
No, I'm just...
No, it's very true though. It is like a Florida sun in either a sunrise or a sunset.
Over the Bay of Mexico. Oh, I'm there already.
Oh. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there. £6.90 is the price you're looking at for these. What would you use them for?
I think I'd want to net round with seed beads. Ooh. And you could really play on the sunset, sunrise colours as well, sort of go for a blend of your yellows and your reds and your deeper colours and mauves and maroons and throw some pinks in as well. Be really, really pretty. Be great in the centre of your Shibori designs as well. Really lovely.
I've got some Shibori coming up a little bit later on as well, so if you're looking for Shibori in a clearance, we've got it. We have got it. In this hour, in fact. In fact, let's just sneak it in. We'll do it now, shall we? But let me just. In fact, that's a perfect one for this. Look at that. She says dropping it again. How pretty is that?
Lovely combination. It'll go with the greener section as well.
Yes. So we've got the Shibori on here now for you. It's called Pink Desert, and you'll see why. So Shibori, of course, is silk, and it's hand painted. So every single one is going to be, that's really beautiful. Everyone's going to be slightly different. And with it being a silk, it will open slightly different as well. Every single one has its own personality, which is fabulous, which means it works beautifully with natural gemstones. It's actually only ever been in a kit before. Only ever been in a kit. So it's not been seen separately. That's a beautiful combination. Never really think of that sort of a yellow and pink, isn't it?
It's a very vibrant yellow, but not kind of an acid colour. So it does tone beautifully with the pink.
That's gorgeous. £10.95.
So that's kind of citrusy, I think.
There is a slight green to it, and there is a green section here. Oh, hello, we're going down. It reminds me of fruit salad.
Reminds me of banana palms.
Oh, £5. I don't think I've ever seen Shibori go for £5 before.
I'm quite sure I haven't.
That is a whole half a yard of Shibori. It's only ever been seen in a kit before. We normally, oh my goodness, we normally don't bring you that kind of a price point. Sorry, I just noticed the peachy tone as well.
Back to your sunsets with the lunar cabs.
I know,
Really
it's such a beautiful, beautiful silk. There's so much you can do with it as well, because they just open beautifully. So you can open it and use the full section if you want. You can drape it, you can twist it, you can manoeuvre it, you can sew onto it, you can position it on your backing fabric. There's so many things you can do, and because each and every one's individual, if you bought 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, every single one would produce something slightly different. It's like when we say gemstones talk to you. I think this will tell you exactly what it wants to do, whether it wants to twist in one direction, whether it wants to open in another, whether it wants to be flowing, whether it wants to be hidden. It's one of those, isn't it? It's gorgeous.
Definitely. Very, very pretty colours.
See, I'd want to twist that there.
Because you get the dual effect of the colours.
Yes.
Yeah, that's lovely.
There is rather a lot of these in baskets at the moment. Make sure you're checking those baskets out. The colourway is... It's not a colour combination I would originally have gone, oh, I'll think about that. It works so beautifully. It seriously does. The green and the pink works beautifully. It reminds me of tulips.
Do you like parrot tulips? The really frilly ones?
Any kind of tulips.
Makes me think of very exotic tulips. It is ever so pretty.
I have a list of favourite flowers, and tulips are right up there. Roses, tulips, gerberas and lilies, but I don't like the smell of lilies. I love the look of lilies. They can be a little bit
overpowering, can't they?
They're beautiful, but...
I like irises.
Oh, they're pretty too.
Yeah, lovely rich blues and yellows together.
Now, I am going to have to say, believe it or not, it's gone really quickly, but it is that time. It is our Easter deal, and it's going to be amazing. So, do you like pearls? I feel like I'm on a speed date now. So, do you like pearls? And where do you go for meals? What kind of food do you like?
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Are you a cat person or a dog person? What kind of books do you read? If I was on a blind date, would I ask them if they like pearls? Maybe. Yeah, what's your favourite gemstone and why? It says a lot about a person, I think. If you do love your pearls, this is going to be perfect. In fact, with the wedding season fast approaching, if you are making to sell, get a couple of them, because the price point we're going to take these to are going to be fabulous. So it's a pair of earrings. So you're getting the earring mounts, fully fitted with your butterfly backs as well. And the earring mounts, they have got your lovely, beautiful, gorgeous white topaz drenched all around the outside there. And then you've got this little section here, which is a little cup. And then you've got a post, which is ready for you to position your pearl on. So you've got the half drill there. That just slots right on. Now, it's not going to slide on the way you would expect it to. You have to twist it a little bit because there is sort of a ridge work around the actual post, which is perfect. Because you were saying yesterday, weren't you, about having to sand the post down a little bit if it's not got ridges?
Yes, sometimes you need to kind of put a bit of texture in the post so that the glue has something to purchase when it sets. Otherwise you have a skin of glue, and a skin of glue on a smooth surface to the inner smooth surface of a pearl can sometimes detach. So to have the ridging already in there for you, it's absolutely brilliant, because when the glue sets, it sets almost like the curved section of a screw.
Yeah.
It's really handy.
Yeah, it literally is on the post. I don't know if you can see it up close and personal there. There you go. It looks like a screw. And it's so much easier to have that like that and not have to faff about with sanding things down. So you've got that, you can just pop the glue, position it into place, leave it to dry, done.
Do allow them to cure for 24 hours before you move them, and don't leave them anywhere in extremes of heat or dampness. So leave them somewhere dry and at a reasonable temperature.
You should never do that with pearls anyway. Pearls are porous, so don't leave them in a damp environment. And do not spray them with perfumes or anything like that. It's always a case of when you take things off at night, your pearls come off first. When you put things on before you go out, your pearls go on last. Last on, first off. So then you're protecting it. No creams or moisturisers near it either, because it will absorb them and it can damage your pearls. There you go. So we're going to take this down as our Easter extravaganza. £12. Topaz, pearl, sterling silver, £12.
That is amazing. I don't think that I would see a pair of earrings similar to that on the high street for less than £35 to £40. And they're a beautiful design as well. It's almost like a little kiss cradle.
Oh, it
so
is.
where it crosses over at the top, it's quite a traditional kiss, but it's cradling the pearl.
I really like them. I do really like them. Now, when I was looking years ago now, oh my goodness me, years ago now, when I was looking for my wedding dress, they had in the little bridal boutique where they had the dresses, they had a cabinet that they rented out to different people, and there was a pair of basic studs, not any additional gemstones, basic studs, post butterfly back, and they were £60. And that was years ago.
On sterling?
On sterling silver.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's it, you put the word in front of anything.
Oh, always.
Wubba.
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 And topaz is a beautiful, very reflective gem to kind of enhance others, isn't it?
Yes. Topaz is fantastic because it has got an incredible brilliance. It's one of the best gemstones for brilliance. So if you want pizzazz and sparkle, then this one's the one for you. And the fact you've got those beautiful soft, that almost a muted tone to the pearls, and then that incredible brilliance. Oh, I love it. Yeah, they're fab, aren't they?
And if you wanted to use other half-drilled gems or full-drilled gems with just a head pin trimmed and glued into position, you can do that, because you will always find a use in bridal designs for your half-drilled pearls. They go onto your tiaras really, really beautifully.
Yeah, but
so
this
there's
is
lots of
it.
ways that you can use them outside of the remit of what you're seeing.
You never have to use what you buy here in the way it's meant to be. Probably the tools are probably the one you need to use in that direction, but if it's a gemstone or if it's a setting, you don't have to use them. Use your imagination. They can be utilised in so many different ways. It's brilliant. Now next, what shall I bring you next? I love these. Do you know what? I am so glad that we've got these. The reason I'm saying that is because on my schedule it said there wasn't any available, so I didn't actually think that we... So how many do we have? We have 56. It said 0 on my schedule, so yes! Okay, so it's 95 sterling silver. It's a massive, massive, massive amount of sterling silver you're getting in here. It's a really thick, chunky, beautiful ring, perfect for cerulean. Perfect for your cerulean. 4 grams of sterling silver. I was with Linda earlier, was it last year now? Late last year or early this year? It was late last year, wasn't it? Late last year, and she did a cerulean showcase, and I had to go with the cerulean on this, and it's so easy, so easy to do and create something incredible. It should be £14.95, but look at the size of it.
Wow.
It is amazing. Seriously amazing. We are not going to leave it there. I think it's going to sell out. £6.50.
That's impressive.
It's really good. Really, 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 really good.
If that was just a plain band ring which was flared at the front without the sides which are raised to allow you to use it as a bezel cup, I would be looking to pay more than £6.50 for just a plain ring without that.
What was your rule yesterday that you said about silver?
My rule was, if the price drops beneath £2 per gram, that your ears need to be sort of pricking up and thinking, do I need this in my life? Because that's a cracking price. So that would be the equivalent of, is this less than £8? Yes, by £1.50. Hello, that's a really useful piece of jewellery making material. Plus, there's a whole host of silver that's gone into it. And it's beautifully finished. It's so smooth.
It's fab. I've also got size 8 for you as well.
Ah.
Ta-da! So if you do want to get the bigger size, because these are they're not sort of resizable, you'd have to take it to a jeweller's to resize it, and you'd have to do it before you did any cerul on it, because if you did resize it after that point, you would destroy what you've done. So if you want the bigger size, I've got the bigger size for you. Bam, pa, pa, pa. I'm sorry, what?
Use it for your toe.
You could use it for your...
A big toe ring.
It won't quite fit.
Oh.
Clearly my toe is a lot bigger than that.
So a size 8 is what, a P to Q, and a size 7 is an N to
O? Yes, 7 is N to O. J, K, L. J, K, L. Is it? Because I'm normally an L. Go and double check that one. It might be an L to M.
L to M, I think, is a 6.
Well, I'm a 5 on that finger, 6 on that finger, 7 on that finger.
Ah.
And that's a J. Have you got the size?
I was just reaching for my bezel stick, but it's a wooden one and it's got no numbers on it, so that's no help whatsoever.
7 is an O. Oh.
So your 8 would be the equivalent to a Q.
So yeah, 8 is P to Q. My finger's bigger than I thought.
Well, it's warm in here.
That's fair enough.
And also, it's a wider band.
That's
so
true.
My general rule of thumb is, if you're going for a wider band, you would need to add an extra size to a size and a half anyway.
Sorry, Jim, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at Mike. Did Mike get caught on the camera then? Just a little bit.
That's the director's fault, not mine.
There we are. So, P to Q.
P to Q for your size 8.
P to Q for your size 8. There we are. But yes, if it is a thicker band of metal, you do generally go for a size up, don't you? Or if you've got a big gemstone attached to it and it's a wider fitting stone at the top, you need to give room for that as well. Right, now next, wire.
Wire?
Why not? Yeah, it's not getting any better, is it? Oh, we need some better jokes now.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
can't even class. No, don't apologise, because I keep using the same ones over and over again. So we've got hematite coloured silver-plated round copper wire. We're looking at 3 metres, and it's 1.5 millimetres in length, diameter, thickness.
Gauge.
One of the above. Gauge, that's the one. Oh dear. Oh dear, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So this is the colour of it.
It's beautiful. It is not the same as your standard black coloured wire.
You've worked with this one before, haven't
I
you?
have, yes. It's really, really glorious. It's like soft black, but with a high shine.
Yes. It does look exactly like hematite.
It does.
It's the perfect description for it because it's got almost a bluey tinge to it, so it's got a slightly grey overtone. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. £2 for the spool.
And that's a brilliant gauge to work with as well. Your surrounding work, your heavier structural pieces, and great for just making bangles with. Really handy.
Could you use this size? You know when we're talking about having a gemstone, if it had the 2 holes on the side, and you just use a wire, one piece of wire to attach it.
Might find it's a little bit deep to go through the holes in your gemstones, especially the double drilled gemstones.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's a fracture point, so I would much rather use a 0.8 to go through a double drilled gem anyway.
That's fair enough.
But it's amazing to just make rings with. If you make the rose ring with a 1.5, it's just a huge cocktail ring, and all you've done is just twisted some wire around, which is fabulous.
So can you actually use this to do the rose?
You can, but it makes a very large size design. It's still comfortable. You can still wear 1.5mm gauge as a ring around the finger. It's great for making little twist rings as well.
Well, I was thinking more about how easy it was to manipulate it.
You can make it do the thing.
You can make it do the thing.
You can. You just tell it what you want it to do.
Make a rose! Make a rose!
Make a hematite rose.
Make a hematite rose!
But if you didn't want to do it as a ring, it's really lovely to make as a feature pendant, or throw it in with some of your random rosary linking. Just a little hematite rose every now and again.
Make a rose! It didn't listen to me. Can I just point that out?
I'm sorry.
So I have got... Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Can we just have a look at these straight away? Just let's have a nosy. If I twist that round, can you see? In fact, let me just...
Can you make it go like a spinning top, though?
Kind of.
Yay!
This has only ever been in kits, but look at the colour definition that you're getting in this. I really want to show you properly and it won't let me. There! Purples. The amount of purples you're getting in it and the beautiful colours that you're getting in each and every single one of these is just magical. Absolutely magical.
You get the shards of green as well. It is delightful.
So this is Rivoli. It's got the AB on it, which is why you've got that fantastic colourway. There are 4 in a pack, and of course it is Swarovski. There's no need to even question what the make is there really?
No.
You can tell instantly. £3.50 is what we should be looking at. Oh my goodness. You still, I don't think you're getting the absolute beauty. If I put it straight to camera, can you see, it looks like a, you know when you go into warp drive?
Yes, I totally know what you mean.
Look at the stars.
That's incredible.
Look at the effect that you're getting in it, it's brilliant.
Is it foil backed, Lara? So that's going to work beautifully in your cerulean designs.
Absolutely.
What a centrepiece it would make.
Absolutely. And £3.50 for 4 is fantastic, isn't it?
Amazing.
I love the fact you still get the lustre on the top as well. So you've got that depth to it and then you've got the lustre as well. It's a double whammy.
And it was
Double whammy.
throwing shards of light across your hand and onto your nail as well, which I think is really beautiful. It just shows how high it performs. Really gorgeous.
Going to go to a blue now, but I'm molting. Not very nice. Molting at this time of the year. Clearly winter's gone. So we have got your ice blue, snow ribbon, or snow yarn, should I say. It is very frozen, isn't it? 2 meters, in fact.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Can I just bring the Cerulean back on? Because, not the Cerulean, what am I talking about? Shibori. Got a Cerulean on the brain. Aren't those two together lovely?
They are beautiful.
£5.95 is what it should be for the 2 meters. We're dropping it right down to £2.40.
If you had
30 even.
Oh, that snuck through.
I know, a little sneaky.
If you
Extra
had a
10p
very
there.
plain dress, that would be beautiful to kind of put onto the princess line. And you wouldn't need to use much, would you?
I'm thinking of a bridesmaid, actually.
It would be absolutely gorgeous, and then you could follow that through and use it in the headwear or in the poses for the bridesmaids or flower girls.
Yeah. I actually think this would look really nice with either a light chocolate coloured fabric or a champagne or a sort of a coffee colour. Like a cafe au lait colour would look really lovely. Oh.
I think that would be a beautiful backdrop for any Swarovski that you wanted to add to it as well.
Let me just do this quickly, and then I've got another colour coming up for you. If you look.
Because you get that gorgeous shimmer across the fabric.
This was perfect for it.
And I think those are kind of made to go.
They were. They were. Now, the next one I've got is more of a even Mike approves.
Nice colour.
Oh, I thought I really liked the first one, and I really, really, really like this one.
Well, let's put the two together, because if you get both of them...
I would have to get both of them.
They are really good together, aren't they? So this is the teal. I really like this.
That is stunning.
Look at it against
Looks totally different, doesn't it?
Background, yes.
See, I'm thinking a very simple, very basic little black dress.
Oh,
Change it
nice.
up with that on the princess line, take it off, and it's a different dress, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cheaper than buying a dress, love.
There we are. Yep, £2.30, it certainly is. Certainly is. It's beautifully finished on the edge as well, so you literally wouldn't have to worry about, do I need to hem it or anything like that. It's ready to go. You'd have to sort of do something to the very end, but the actual length of it, nothing. Just wrap it around your dress and have done. That's gorgeous. Pop it with Shibori. In fact, I'm bringing the Shibori back. Let's see what it looks like with this one.
That's fancy.
Oh, I like that.
Where the desert meets the sea.
Oh, I like that. I do. Now, next up, I have got for you... Hello. I've got some open bezels. Bezel? Sorry, that's really... Bezel! Happy dear, yes, I remember Happy. We've got rose gold plated copper open bezel frame connectors, 5 in a pack. They are really substantial, actually. Well, you can see that there, can't you? See how thick they are? So, what would you do with these then? Cerulean?
Cerulean is a great idea. If you use the correct kind of silicone backing and pop a release agent on it, you could also resin into them as well. So you could have little dried flowers that are floating in resin, but you would need to just check that you have a release agent and a nice flat silicone surface so that the resin sets perfectly.
So what's a release agent?
A release agent is something not dissimilar. I'm not suggesting that you use badger balm, but when I'm working with silver clay, I put badger balm on my hands so the silver clay doesn't stick to me. And a release agent is just basically anything. It's like when you put oil on your baking tray before you put something on the baking.
I see.
Yeah.
So it'll basically be the silicone all the way through. Once you've removed that, not silicone, the resin all the way through. Once you remove the silicone, because the whatever it is, the release agent you're using has prevented it from sticking, it will be a solid all the way
just
through.
be resin, yeah. So you could
Brilliant.
add your little glitters, your mica flakes or any of those things, or as I say, dried flowers would look beautiful because you have that open framework. But you would need to research what release agent and surface to work with.
Yeah.
I'm not a person that works with resin often.
Yes.
But I think they would look absolutely beautiful with little dried flowers in.
They would, wouldn't
You
they?
could just randomly have them open again in your rosary designs. I do love having really random rosary linked designs with your odd gemstones, little feature pieces that you've perhaps made and don't know what to do. Chuck it in your rosary designs and it becomes like a random pendant or necklace, something to have fun with.
Yeah, absolutely. At £4.40 for those, you are getting 5 in a pack. Next up, I'm going to bring you, ooh, fancy. Look at the sparkle in this. So it is cord, of course. It's, well, rope, should I say. Silver colour, zari, mix red colour, nylon rope. That's a mouthful.
It certainly is.
You've basically got your silver flecks running all the way through your rope.
Imagine using that as you would a heavyweight paracord.
Yes.
And kind of doing your macrame designs with it. It'd be super, super chunky. I'd be tempted to get a couple and make lengths to use in a belt. It's a very spicy sort of colour. It's
I'm sorry to interrupt. It's £1.
Pound for an entire spool of 10 metres. £1. That's 10 pence a metre, isn't it?
You can't go to a haberdashery shop and buy cord or rope for £1 a metre, 10 pence a metre. We probably can't buy it for £1 a metre, to be fair, but that's fab.
If you haven't already done so, open those orders and get it in your basket. Check it out. Add it to your order if you've already got an order open. There is only 42 chances, though. That is it. And there's lots of you multi-buying, so I can't guarantee that everyone's going to get it, but at £1, it's worth a try.
With the thick golden yellow zari spool, I think colour-wise, I know, but colour-wise, I think they're beautiful together.
What season does that remind you of, Gem?
I'm not saying that word or hinting at that season today.
Are you not?
You didn't let me forget it yesterday when I accidentally mentioned the Secret Santa drawer.
No, I love the fact that you did, because the day before I mentioned it and I had my staff threatening to walk out on me. They genuinely, they said, if you say that C word, we're leaving.
What, Christmas?
Yes. No! See, Mike said it now. But they did. They threatened to walk if I said the C word. So the fact that you came in the day after and said it anyway, it was like, yes.
And we hadn't communicated. It wasn't a plan.
No. No. Now, I have got the gold-coloured sari braided thread for you. And we're, again, looking at a big quantity. This time it's 30 metres in length.
Wow.
30 metres in length.
I have some information about about this product. I had some information.
You
for,
do? Do you want to share this
for everyone at
information?
home, yeah. This product here. It's £1.
Sorry, can you say that again?
£1 poundio!
£1! 30 metres, £1. How much does that work out at? Go on. 30 metres at £1. These are going to end up selling out again. If you haven't already done so, pop it in your basket. I'm molting again.
Is that less than 4p?
How much? How much does it work out at?
It's less than 4p a metre, isn't it?
There you are.
Woo! Less than 4 pence a metre.
I wanted the shot. I wanted the shot over here.
Less than 4 pence a metre. If you see it, like it, love it, grab it. If you've never worked with zari rope before, grab it anyway and just try using it. It's one of those things that £1 you can practice a completely different medium than what you're used to and not have to worry about it. just a case of getting a hold of it while you can. Loads of you taking more than one. Gavin's got 3, well done, my darling. John's got 2, congratulations to you as well, my lovely. Karen's there as well, congratulations to you. Everyone who has managed to get a hold of it, well done. If you haven't already, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed you managed to get it. That's a fantastic price point though, if you think about it. £1.
You just braid it and use it like a belt on a maxi dress. Give you a little sort of a Grecian vibe going on for when summer does come.
Ooh, 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 ooh. You could get little wooden donut.
A little wooden donut.
I was about to say a round thing with a hole in it, but a donut. And then you could use that as like a little belt buckle.
Yeah, you could make it work like a lariat.
Yes.
So you sort of post the end through and then tie little wooden beads on the end as well.
I like that. It would work. 30 metres, you can make loads of those. Now, I have got, oh, I love these. These are brilliant. These are absolutely brilliant. Why these are in clearance, I don't know, but get them because if nothing else, they are fantastic to just play with. So these are French wire. The traditional way of using these would be to protect your cord or your beading thread when you're doing something like a pearl knotting your silks as well. So it protects it when you're attaching it to a clasp. And it looks great as a spacer. Have you used it in any other way?
Yeah, you can, instead of sort of going to the effort of gizmoing over wire, you can sort of thread this onto wires. So this is the 1mm, so you could try threading it onto some 0.6, possibly try it with some 0.8 wire, and then gizmo that, and it gives you the double gizmoed effect with half the work, which is always good.
This is what I was talking to you about earlier, isn't it? I said that's what I would like to start doing. Well, I don't need to now, do I? I just need to get this. £4.50, you've got 20 pieces in there as well. Now, straight after the break, I have got my ruby, emerald and sapphire. I say my ruby, emerald and sapphire, but you may well be lucky enough to get one of these yourself because we are doing it at a ridiculously low price. It's also the kit time after the break as well. So do not forget that, and the kit today is amazing. Lots and lots of Swarovski. It is going to be fabulous. Check your baskets out on your French wire, and if you've got any questions at all for Gem today, you can message in to 60777. Or if you want to let us know what you had for your Easter lunch, please do let us know because I'd love to know that. So kit time is coming up straight after we do the sapphire, emerald and ruby strand, which is a massive strand in fairness. So do not go anywhere. The majorly good deals are carrying on straight after the break. So we will see you right after this in 2.
Are you interested in learning a brand new medium or brushing up on your skills? Then why not join Jo Barclay Logie for her seed bead leather wrap bracelet workshop? You will learn an array of different style bracelets, including the Chan Lu bracelet, and get to grips with various seed bead techniques, including the ladder stitch. Included as part of the course is a buffet style lunch, tour of the studio, and the chance to shop in our exclusive on-site store. All of this for just $79.99. For more information, head over to our website or contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@JewelleryMaker.com. The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to JewelleryMaker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Are you interested in learning a brand new medium or brushing up on your skills? Then why not join Jo Barclay Logie for her seed bead leather wrap bracelet workshop? You will learn an array of different style bracelets, including the Chan Lu bracelet, and get to grips with various seed bead techniques, including the ladder stitch. Included as part of the course is a buffet style lunch, tour of the studio, and the chance to shop in our exclusive on-site store. All of this for just $79.99. For more information, head over to our website or contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello and welcome back. It is the Easter deal for you and we're doing the big three. So earlier in the show we did you the big three separately. Well, we couldn't just do the big three separately, we wanted to bring them all together because they want to be together. And they really do in this particular strand. Look at these, the colours are fab. We have chosen in this strand the most vibrant greens, the most vivid blues, and the most sumptuous yellows. Whoa.
It is a very sweet strand.
I know. I've not even mentioned the reds yet. I mean, the reds and the pinks are just... And look at the length of the strand as well. This is a 40 centimetre strand. That is 10 centimetres off being half a metre.
Wow.
When you think about that, in fact, let me just measure it, because I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit bigger than that. 41.5 I've got, so there we are. We're going to say 40, but if you get extra, bonus. It is a case of cramming as many of these gorgeous, luscious, sumptuous little gemstones onto a strand and giving you as much choice and variety on colour as is humanly possible. We've gone for as many different tones as we could find for you of the sapphire. So you're getting pink sapphire in there, orange sapphire, almost the paparazzi style colours. It's not going to be paparazzi, of course, but it is those kind of those pinky oranges that we fall in love with when we think of paparazzi. You've got your yellows in there as well. Your emeralds are just so sweet. They're not sticking to one particular tone. You've got lighter greens running through to darker greens, and if you move this around and we just look at the different sections, you've even got almost icy white jade coloured greens. They are so sweet. Now it should be £34.95 for a 40 centimetre strand, which is brilliant when you think about just how much you are getting and the fact it is the big three. If you're making to sell, everybody's going to know ruby, emerald and sapphire. It's a guaranteed given that we all grow up with them, don't we?
We do. It's something that everybody's aware of.
Yeah. And I don't mean grow up with them as in we've all got them when we grow up. We know of them. They're in the media all the time. We talk about kings and history, and they're mentioned in so many different ways. So those 3 gemstones are something that everybody knows of.
Totally. I mean, we use them to refer to tones of colour as well.
Yes.
Ruby red slippers and so on.
Yeah.
It's within the psyche. We know these gemstones, and that recording is amazing. The way that the fancy sapphires are glowing, absolutely gorgeous.
They are fantastic, aren't they? It's an entire 40 centimetres. One of the biggest strands we've had, and just wait until you see the price point, because for the quantity you're getting, I think you're going to be very surprised. Less than £20. Less than £20. I'm not good at mathematics, but I'm thinking that's about 50 pence per centimetre we're looking at there. No, it's not. We're looking at 40 centimetres. It works out about 50 pence a centimetre.
Yes, £5 for 10 centimetres. Well, £4.50, £4.25. Yeah, that's very good.
There was a lot of hesitation there in my voice because I was left hanging. I was hoping someone would confirm this for me. You don't know how to... Well, I didn't either, so I can't really complain about that. But yeah, it is 50 pence a centimetre. Which, when you think about ruby, emerald and sapphire...
If you were looking to buy, as when I first started buying gemstones, I would buy perhaps a 4 or 7 centimetre strand of gems. So if I was to go and look for a 4 centimetre length of emerald, a 4 centimetre length of ruby, and a 4 centimetre length of fancy sapphire, I'm sure I wouldn't have managed to find those 3 collectively for £19. So that would be 12 centimetres, wouldn't it? And we've got 40 here. And they are such vibrant, juicy colours to work with. And you've just got the one strand to buy.
Exactly. And the thing is with this as well, you don't have to have them in exactly the same order as they are on the strand. You can separate all the emeralds out, you can separate all the sapphires out, you can separate all the rubies out. It's entirely up to you what you do with them. We've only got how many? There's only 20 chances remaining on this one. I knew this would be a very popular one. But when you think about just how much you're getting, when you think 50 pence and you put that in the same sentence as ruby, doesn't make sense. When you put that in the same sentence as sapphire, it doesn't make sense. When you put it in the same sentence as emerald, it really doesn't make sense. But you've got all 3 there, and it's 50 pence a centimetre. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is. And to be able to get it all in one go as well, I think is cracking, especially if you're just starting out to use your sort of higher echelon of gemstones.
Yes.
Brilliant way to kind of introduce yourself to that level.
Yeah. It's a strand that's not only a stash builder strand, I want to call it a practice strand as well, because you wouldn't feel, and that's actually twinging me a little bit to say that, you wouldn't feel too bad if you didn't make something you liked. I know that hurts. No, that hurts. Because it's gemstones and it's those particular gemstones involved. But when you're thinking about price-wise, you wouldn't mind making something that you didn't like or something that you made a mistake on for 50 pence, would you?
No, definitely. And as we said yesterday, just because you're not fond of something you've created doesn't mean that another person won't have a huge amount of love for it.
Absolutely.
I remember years and years ago I made a massive cocktail ring with a 15mm gemstone, and I thought nobody will ever love this. And I went to a fair with a particular overtone, and this lady, because it was rose quartz, just fell madly and heavenly in love with it. And it was such a pleasure to see it go to somebody who adored it. And this is the same thing.
Yeah, you often find though, if you make something you don't particularly like, it is probably the first item that goes when you make it. If you don't like it, generally, it's the one that somebody else desperately loves.
So yes, a try it out strand with 3 of the most fine gemstones.
That's it. You can actually now, if you wanted to, play with a different medium, using incredible gemstones and not having to worry about how much financially you will have put into it. That's nice, that's really nice. Now I've got some head pins for you. Ooh. There's a whole lot of head pins here. A whole lot of head pins, and they're massive, and they've got a very big base to them as well, which means you can use your bigger gemstones.
You certainly can.
Gold plated copper head pins, 44mm with a round which is 3mm. Think about the fact that's basically the size of a 3mm round.
Incredible.
So you can use bigger gemstones on this.
It looks really balanced with that lovely disc on the end.
Yep, absolutely. You've got the thicker size to it as well, so it'll be great for bigger drilled gemstones. There's 100 pieces in the pack, and it's not been seen since July last year. £2.50 for 100.
Why, that's not bad at all, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
2.5
£2.5 per head pin. And kind of just the size of them, they would be perfect for earrings because it's got a really thick, chunky stem, and that's going to mean that it's going to withstand you wearing them as earrings with gemstones. You're not going to have to worry about the weight of the stone bending the actual stem itself. It'll be brilliant.
They're very to form as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes with head pins, if you kind of go out into other places in the market, you can receive your pack of head pins and they're all curly-whirly.
Wibbly wobbly.
Or wibbly-wobbly, indeed. And it's really nice to have them all ready to use. You don't have to do anything to them.
Yes, no straightening. Can I just let you know, there is a little bit of a wait on those phone lines. Please be as patient as you can. You will be answered as soon as possible. If you don't want to experience a wait on the phone lines, you can also go to the website, which is at the bottom of the screen, all the W's, JewelleryMaker.com, or you can use the app as well. There are really easy ways to shop, but be patient if you are on those phone lines. Now, I do. Sapphire. Dun, 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 dun. I have it, my lovely, I have it. Now, I have got a lot of sapphire for you. I was going to make a really corny comment then, and I'm not going to. Sapphire are so good. It didn't warrant that, it really didn't warrant that. I've used that one so many times. Thank you. That was the nicest thing that anyone's ever said. Yeah, but I like you, so I thought I'd let you have it.
Aww.
27 carats of shaded blue sapphire, graduated, faceted, straight drilled rondelles, 2x1 to 5x2mm, and it's an 18cm strand. And they are luscious. Bad news on this one, I'm afraid. Only 27 available. Good news, it's only £10. Thing now is fastest fingers first. It really is fastest fingers first. If you want to get some sapphire in your life, grab it. Oh, good idea. Becky suggested this with the must-have. Oh, yep. I'm bringing the must-have in a minute. I'm bringing this one. This was my Easter deal. See, those two. The must-have is this one.
Which is exquisite.
Those two are really nice together, actually.
They look fabulous together.
They really do. It's like me and you, darling.
Oh,
we complement each other. Well, we kind of insult each other, don't we? That's more to the point.
Yeah, but it's all done in love. It's all good.
It's all done in jest. I love you, I do.
I love you back. Even if you called me cute.
Several times today as well. Apparently that is not the word to call you.
Really not.
But she does look really cute in pink.
What do you prefer?
Gorgeous.
There you go.
You look really gorgeous in pink.
There you go.
And cute at the same time.
Oh!
£10. Check those baskets out. Still that little bit of a wait on the phone lines. Don't worry, you will be answered as soon as is humanly possible. Now, I'm going to have to stretch for a moment. Did you say 22? It's empty. That's That's easier to reach, yes. Fabric. Lots. And I like the colours.
Oh my gosh, those are stunning.
They're bright.
This
Really
is taking me to
really
a
bright.
Turkish market.
Yep.
Or a Moroccan bazaar, perhaps.
You are looking at 5 extremely striking colours. You're looking at fresco, how do you pronounce that word?
Dupioni, perhaps?
Fresco Dupioni fabric sheets, 5 in a pack. Colour-wise, they are the most vivid colours you could possibly think of. So bright green, gorgeous, deep, I love the purple. Deep, rich, sumptuous purple. And, ooh. Ooh. You have got a slight, and I don't know if you can see this, but you have got a slight jewel tone to the actual, so it's blue and purple at the same time. Now, are they all like that? Because that's fantastic. The pink one has a slight, because it's the way the, what was it, the weft and the warps are. So they've got a slight orange tone to this one, so it's slightly more pink, and then in another direction, can you see the slight orange to it? This one is orange and then a lighter, a brighter yellow. So you can see
saffron,
that.
Isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it really is. And then on this one, you've got the orange and it's almost a pinky. Yeah, it's almost a pinky. These are going to end up selling at £1.50 for the 5. They are amazing. You're looking at 80 by 30 centimetres and it has gone. Now, books. Oh, hello. I'm just...
Pass them here, I'll fold them.
Thank you, darling. Now I've got some Bohemian cord. I like this one. I like the colourway of this one. Probably because it's slightly pinky. They are pretty. They are super pretty, aren't they? So Bohemian cord, really useful on numerous levels. It was mentioned that wire can be inserted into the centre if you wanted to, so you can actually manipulate it into different shapes that will hold in place. You can also almost soutache it. You can do quite a lot with this one. It's beautifully done. Use it as a trimming for various different things. Use it as a cord or a base of the necklace. If you are seed beading, you can actually do a tube around it to create other effects on it. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And you've got an entire metre of it. Have you ever worked with this before?
I haven't, but I've seen some fabulous designs. I think you could probably snake it backwards and forwards and even sew it into position.
£1.50.
And that's for a full metre?
That's for a full metre.
Can you imagine how long it would take you to recreate that effect, either with seed beads or with different coloured threads?
It would take a long time, wouldn't it?
It really would. It's very striking.
If you actually just pop it on a wire and have it as a bangle, you could get quite a few out of that.
I would be tempted to pop it on memory wire so they'd be super strong and just have like a 2 or 3 turn effect. So they kind of wrap onto the wrist.
Well, it kind of automatically does that anyway. So that would be really easy to recreate. Yeah, no, that would work. That would work. It would look fabulous. Thank you for folding those, my lovely. She's brilliant. Loads of you in for this one. That would look fantastic as a bangle, wouldn't it? A wire.
I think so.
Wire.
Because nobody would have the faintest idea how you got it to do that.
Yes, it's magic.
But because it's almost fabric-y, you could, if you wanted to secure it, make a little loop at the end of your memory wire and then sew the end of the fabric cord onto that loop, and then it's not going to move or come off in any way.
That's true.
If you bought two, you could make a little like a cosy for your cup.
Oh.
Bring it round, a nice little cosy.
There we are. That's a really nice idea, actually. Yeah, 2. Wrap it round and make it into a cosy. You could always sew it into place then, couldn't you? So it just sits inside. There we are. There we go. What was the next one? Sorry. Ooh, some lavender opal, which would have gone nicely with your kit yesterday, actually.
They would.
I love lavender opal. It's purple, so of course I'm going to love it. You love purple as well, don't you?
My favourite colour.
I love the colour of the tassels. So tassel earrings are massive at the moment, so get these just for the tassels. So we're looking at 85 carats of shaded lavender opal. They are faceted rondelles, of course. And you're getting 3x2 and 5x2 millimetres, and they are both 29 centimetres each. It is a set of 2 that you're looking at.
Lovely complement to one another, aren't they?
Really are. Should be £19.95. But today, £9.50. That is a considerable price drop, isn't it, really, if you think about it?
I'm pretty sure when we first started looking at lavender opal, it was around about £17.95 for a single strand. So I'm quite impressed with that.
It's a clearance, baby. I love clearance. I love clearance. I love it. If you're loving this, it would go perfectly with this next strand as well, which I think you're going to love.
Oh my goodness.
Blue opal. Coming up next. Coming up next. See it, like it, love it, grab it. Clearance prices are for today and tomorrow, and that is it. So your clearance will end at the end of the day tomorrow at 10 p.m. So do not miss out on any of these deals. My best suggestion is get it in your cart, check it out. You can always add to your cart, and if you decide at a later point to remove it from your cart, you can do. But if you haven't checked it out, you can't guarantee that it's going to be yours. You do need to check that basket out. Even if you've checked out that basket and you come to check something else out, you can add it to your previous order, which means you won't have to pay any more postage and packaging. So you get 1 P&P for the entirety of the day, right up until midnight, which is ideal when you've got a day like today and you're probably popping lots in your basket. So, you need to actually really look. You can sort of make out, but when you're looking at things like this, where you've got that patterning running through it, look at that. And there. And there. They're not just uniformly blue, they are a little bit. I mean, look at this. You know how blue lace agate's got the banding in there? These do show different colorations. Not exactly like the blue lace agate, of course, but I
think those have to be the nuggetiest opal nugget I've ever seen.
I love that, the nuggetiest nuggets. They are the nuggetiest nuggets I've ever seen. No, you're right, they are very nuggety.
Would Chunky Enormous have been better?
I'm sorry, what?
Chunky Enormous.
They are chunky enormous. That's even better. That is even better. Even better. Apparently, this is going to be a mic drop price.
No.
Pretty sure health and safety are going to have something to say about that. Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah.
Are we going to look at Aurora Borealis knees tomorrow?
Yes.
They treat me like a monkey over here.
See, the thing is, Mike, you can always say no. £6, and there is only 32 chances on these, and that is it. That's all of them, every single one in stock at this moment in time, and they're all going at that clearance price of £6 each. They are so pretty. I'd get them just for that coloration that you're getting, and I probably would pop them with blue lace agate, in fairness.
They would look beautiful. Or with Angelite, maybe.
Good choice, because the waxy lustre that you get with the Angelite would really complement the sort of almost a vitreous lustre that you get with this.
Indeed, they're very satiny, aren't they?
Yes. Oh no, that would be a perfect combination. I do like the idea of that.
And that you'd have the different textures as well. I like jewellery that you can really enjoy texture texturally as well as visually. So you're absolutely right. Angelite has the sort of waxy texture to it, and then your opal's really lovely and glossy and smooth.
Yeah. They are going to go. Now I'm going to bring one more to you, and then we are going to go over to Gem for the kit. Which one, which one, which one? Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Cute. And so is the strand. I wasn't referring to you, Gem. You don't need to glare at me. Cute. 10 carats of blue colour dyed quartz plain rounds, and they are really cute, aren't they? I love this 2mm size. Perfect if you love your seed beading. Perfect for a stretchy. Perfect for a little ring as well.
They are lovely. Yeah, you can channel set them or you can wrap them onto one side of the wire. Really lovely with your square profile wire as well. So a square 0.8 or a square 1mm, possibly in the copper or the rose gold with this colour gemstone would be beautiful.
That's actually a really lovely idea, the rose gold, yeah. Because that always complements blue perfectly, doesn't it? It does.
It's gorgeous.
£1.80.
Juan.
For your Juan. £1.80. £1.80. They are fantastic, and they are again flying out. So if you see it, like it, love it, grab it. Now I am going to leave that there with you and make my way across the studio, which seems like millions of miles away from my lovely, lovely lady. Now I'm going to take, what have I got to take with me? Oh, you know when I said there was one that was empty? I found it, it's on here. We can come back to that, can't we? Now let me move this over with me as well. Oh, I can see this ending dangerously.
Would you like me to?
No, we're good. I'm not destroying anything just yet. Famous last words.
I like the way you add the just yet proviso.
Well, because when it's me, I'm guaranteed, I'm so clumsy, I'm guaranteed to knock something off at some point or destroy something at some point.
At least you didn't trip over Callum's chair earlier, just sat there doing nothing.
That's a very good point. And she did warn me to avoid the sticky outy thing.
Otherwise known as a chair.
Yes. Hello, my lovely. It is kit time, and Gem is going to be showing us some incredible pieces of jewellery that she's made using Swarovski. Now, I think it's the first kit I've bought to you with so many different bits of Swarovski. So can we just have a sneaky peek at what has been made? So you've used your own wire and chain in this, haven't you?
I have just added a little bit of chain and some of my wire.
Which one? All of them. Okay. Just checking. Both of them. I love the earrings as well.
That's good to know.
They're all really pretty.
Thank you.
Now the necklace, Mike did think it looked a little bit like a mouse.
Yes.
Holding a precious Swarovski.
Yes.
A Swarovski mouse?
It's a mouse holding the Swarovski, clutching it for dear life.
We have a little sneaky peek at that so you can see. Because I initially didn't see it, but as soon as you say it, got the ears, got the head, it's got his tail and his little clinging on. My precious.
In my little mouse house.
There we are. So we have got in this kit an amazing amount of Swarovski for you. They're beautifully colour comboed as well. Quite often we see a very similar colour combination, so we'll see, one kit will be just different varieties of blue and one kit will be just different varieties of red. Well, we have got a whole array for you. Hooray! She says, throwing it across the table. See, I told you. Told you it'd happen. First of all, we have got some of the most amazing colours. This one is the golden shadow, and these are the mini rhombus beads. They're 6mm, and it's a pack of 12 that you're getting there. They are stunning, aren't they? You're also getting your Capri Blue. So your Capri Blue round beads are 6mm, and it's a 24 pack that you're getting of those. You will also be getting a hold of your gorgeous Crystal Paradise Shine faceted beads, which are 6mm again, and this time it's a 48 pack. So the blue ones are the 24 pack, these ones are the 48 pack. You will then be getting your Zillion Heart, if I can pull this out, which is your Crystal Paradise Shine Zillion Heart. That's the pair. Pick up the right one, Lara. Which is 14 by 14mm. You will then be getting the Swarovski Golden Shadow Crystal Faceted Pair, which is 18 by 13mm. And on top of that, you will also be getting 2 of the Swarovski Crystal AB octagon pendants, and they are 12mm. Now I've managed to get my teeth around all of those.
So they're not dissimilar to the Rivoli, but they do have that really useful drill aperture.
That's the thing. When you're looking at these, your heart and your octagons all have that drill aperture to them. So the heart has it straight through the centre of the Cupid's bow. You can just make that out there. And of course the octagons have them right at the top. The pair is undrilled.
And also foil backed, so if you wished to use it in those designs such as your Cerulean,
yes,
it works beautifully.
Now it should be £32.95 for all of these, but it is of course clearance, so we're dropping that price low. £24.95 for all of it.
Sparkle.
Sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle. I can't do it anymore. It's gone, it's lost. Sparkle. I'll get there. Sparkle. No, it's not. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. You are getting a lot of sparkle in there, though. You really, really are. So you're getting so many different designs, so many different colours. Love the fact you've got different shapes in there as well, from the heart to the pear to the octagons. And you have got, I mean, the blue is just stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Look at the bracelet with the blue. Oh, Capri blue.
It tones so beautifully with the golden shadow. But those are a dream combination. Yeah. And also to have the pair in the similar colourway as well, it's absolutely genius, because it enabled me to make the clutchy mouse pendant piece, as it shall henceforth be known.
Clutchy mouse.
The clutchy mouse pendant. Just totally not where I was going, but okay.
I really like it.
I think it's cute.
It is cute. It's as cute as you.
I would never do that.
You can guess what's just been said. Anyway, they are fantastic, fantastic designs. I love the heart. The colours in the heart are fantastic, because of course you are getting that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous sheen over the surface.
Which you can team with the 48 pack of the Paradise Shine if you want to reflect the same colourway. But it's really good fun to kind of mix those up and sort of play around, which is why I think the heart with the Capri Blue and the Golden Shadow works really well.
Yeah, it really does.
In the memory wire piece. It's simple make that one, but...
What is it you are going to demo for us today?
I thought we could have a look at the earrings with the, I've forgotten what they're called, the one you get two of.
Oh, the octagons.
Yes.
Which are the AB octagons.
Yes.
They're really lovely. Really lovely.
It's a nice way to sort of frame something up in a slightly different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Right then, let's have a go.
Okay, so there are a couple of stages to creating the piece, and if I show you, if I just grab one of those, and then I can show you the part way through as well. I'll pop that onto my hand. That's what we're aiming for overall. Boop. So if it wants to stay. Don't have presenter's hands, so you'll have to forgive me for that. And then we have the part way through variation. If that wants to stay, that's what we're going to start off by creating, and then just to finish off, it's a weave and a coil. Lovely. Okay, so I'll leave those just at the top of shot to refer to.
Okay.
Now there are two sides to this particular Swarovski. You get that super high shine side, which gives you the very crystal element to things. And on the flip side, you have kind of almost a mirrored finish. Now I think that these are equally as beautiful whichever way you want to use them, so go with what your heart says, or be a rebel and do one way and one the other way if you really wanted to. But for this design I will be using the sort of crystal face up rather than the mirror face. So the first thing that we would look to do is to create ourselves a little wrapped loop at the top of the design. So I'll pop that up out of the way and pop that up out of the way. Now my length of wire is around about the 13 inches, and I've chosen to use 1mm, which you will see goes through that drill hole without any problem whatsoever. You could use a slightly lighter weight wire if you wanted to, but that would be my preference because it will hold itself a little bit more strongly. So just precondition your wire to get it to curve more smoothly and also to take up that strength. The wire I've chosen today is a rose gold colour 1mm, and it's quite, technical term, floopy. It's a soft one. It's not as soft as dead soft, but it is quite a soft wire.
Is floopy actually a technical term?
No.
Right. I actually believed you then for a moment. I had a chuckle, but I did actually believe you then for a moment.
So I'm going to come around about 1.5 to 2 inches from the end of my wire and just pop a little right angle on the end. So this is how to create yourself a little wrapped loop, which we're going to use at the top of the design to then attach onto your earring finding, which opens onto it. So you don't need to overly worry. I'm going to use my round nose pliers just to get that form into position. And it's just a case of asking the wire to behave. And you can take the pliers around the wire around the pliers, or a combination of the two. Once you've got yourself a little loop, we're going to hold that firmly in some flat facing pliers and take that tail around a couple of times. Now I think you would probably need, with 1mm wire, at least a couple of turns of circuits around that post just to give yourself a nice secure sensation. Not going to kind of lose anything. So I'm just going to trim that tail away. And then, because this will be worn where it might come into contact with hair or skin, we're just going to take that tail and just give it a bit of a smooth. So what I'm going to do is look at the orientation on my finished piece here. The loop on the finished piece here is on the face as opposed to on the side. So as long as you make your earrings in pairs, on this particular design, the halfway through, it's on the side. So as long as you make your earrings in stages and you get them to act the same, doesn't matter which way around you do that. So don't worry as long as they're equal. So if I work on the proviso that we're going to have the loop sideways, pop that out of the way, I need to create a forward bend from my loop around about 3 to 4mm down from that double wrap at the top there. So I've created a little right angle bend. If you see that from the side, you can see it's just a little forward loop there, popping in with the round nose pliers to create 3/4 of a circle. You don't need to worry overly about anything more than that for the time being. What we're going to do is decide that this is our face as opposed to this, because from this angle I can see the cut end of my wrapped loop, whereas this side hides it. So that would be the reason I would choose that direction. So we want our mirror face to come forward, so we just need to consider which way that's going to go on. Slide that down the length of wire until it sits in the correct position. So you can see that sits inside that 3/4 of a circuit of a loop that we made earlier. So freehand, you're now going to draw that wire over the top. Always with Swarovski, you need to remember that you're working with a type of glass. It has had lead added to it or other additives. It's a closely guarded secret. You need to not put too much stress on that aperture because you may shatter the piece if you don't take care. So always be respectful of your Swarovski. Once we've completed that loop, we're going to support the loop with the pliers whilst we draw around the same post that's coming down from our wrap at the top. We're just going to draw that into position. You can, if you prefer, support that further with the pliers until we have a second wrap above where the Swarovski is dangling. So what we're going to achieve now is a single loop around. So again, I'm just going to condition the wire slightly. You can, if you prefer, draw the wire upwards and use a round form, such as a ring mandrel if you wanted to get that completely circular. What I am going to do is just kind of go freehand, but because we have pre-warmed the wire, that gives us an opportunity to just allow the wire's natural talent to bend that into position. Now, I would always encourage when you're trying to match your earrings, to kind of do them in stages. So you'd have 2 pieces and you would do small stages at a time, and this will enable you to get your sizes very, very similar, because with earrings we're kind of looking for a similarity and symmetry. So if you're happy with the circuit that you've made, the next thing we're going to do is wrap in that little space between your upper wrapped loop and your lower wrapped loop. We're going to go all the way around once and continue in the same direction. So if I pop these side by side, you'll be able to see, and there we go, that we have got 2 very symmetrical pieces. I've got one with my wire coming off to the left, one with my wire coming off to the right. When you're working with earrings, I tend to go for an opposite symmetry so that you can wear them as a pair. If you make a mistake and you end up with 2 rightward facing ones, don't worry, because I'm pretty sure somebody would prefer that anyway. You can always pop them out on your stand and see what people think, or make another pair. It's always good.
Thank you. Can I just point out there are 15 at the moment in baskets. If you haven't already checked out, check those baskets out, because they are going quickly.
They're absolutely stunning, really, really beautiful to work with, and such a gorgeous collection of colours. Every colour goes with every other colour.
They do.
Which sometimes when you get a selection with seed beads or with Swarovski, you can think, well, I wouldn't necessarily put that with that, but these, every single one works. So the next stage of our design is to create a little secondary detail, which is the circuit around, or the frame around, that drop pendant. So what we're going to start off by doing is wrapping 7 times around the outer wire. If I move that sideways, you can see which is the outer and which is the inner, because I've left it open for you. So we can just open that back up again, wrap 7 times around the outside wire. Now I'm using wire from a bundle that's going to be coming up later on this evening. And this is the same colour as my frame wire, and this is a 0.4mm gauge. Now this is an artistic wire that I'm using right now. As I say, it's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, and it is absolutely stunning to work with. So I'm just going to despool about 18 inches of this. Despool may or may not be a word, I don't know.
I like it as a word, we should add it to the dictionary.
We're going to go for it anyway. So all we need to do here is a very repetitious piece of work. So you can see we've got a bit of air created where we've wrapped a single loop here and then gone all the way around and then wrapped a single loop to keep it nice and tight. We've got a bit of air between the outer and the inner. So we're going to start off with 7 wraps around the outer. Now you can get a nice tight beginning, so there's 4 wraps there, and then be a bit thrifty and utilise that tail until we end up with 7. Now it doesn't really matter if you want to change up your designs, and you can sort of go 5-2 or whatever numbers you want to use, or whatever you think looks attractive is perfectly acceptable. So I've brought that into position at the top. Now what I need to do is cut the wire at the relevant distance. What I'm going to do is use my arm as a measurement, because this is how I did it at home. So I went from the fingertip on the spool to my opposite shoulder. If you're using 0.4 and you have a loop the same sort of size as this, as you can see in the photographs which will be uploaded in due course after the show, if you want to recreate that design, it's fingertip to opposite shoulder in distance before we cut that off. So really, all we're going to do now, once we've got 7 on the outer, we're going to do 2 wraps around both the outer and the inner. So just holding that coil we've already made in position, I'm going to push a little section of wire through, grab that, supporting the coil we've already finished, and then I'm going to wrap once, repeat that exact manoeuvre for a second time, twice, give that a squeeze so that it sits snugly up against our work that we've already done, and then another 7 wraps, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting with gem, 6, 7, and then you would repeat all the way around until you get to the far end. When you get to the far end, you've got a little bit of wire left over. I would encourage you to get to the same stage with both pieces before you trim the excess. Give yourself about 2 to 2.5 inches of wire, coil up and just cover your work at the top. And it covers this sort of where we've done the double wrapped loops, which I think is quite an attractive way just to kind of hide the mechanics of the design. That's all you do.
It's really beautiful.
So it's very repetitious, very, very relaxing to kind of just get that. Every time you do your 7 wraps followed by your 2 wraps of both, give it a squeeze, get it nice and firm. If you want to use some flat facing pliers to nom 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 down on your wire work and just get that really lovely flat finish.
I forgot you used that terminology.
Nom, nom,
nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom.
Really simple design, but I think quite effective, and it just makes your Swarovski bigger.
It's beautiful.
Blingier.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you,
very
treasure.
much, my lovely. Now, next up, I have got, remember, check those baskets out because there's still quite a few of you with them in your baskets. They may not be there when you come to check them out if you leave them later, so don't miss out. Now, I have got a couple of bits of leather for you. So I'm going to bring you this one first. So there's a dark one and a lighter one. So this is the lighter of the two. You are looking at 1/2 inch by 10 inches in length. And it is a bead smith. And bead smith we trust very much. We use them quite a lot. And it's so usable in so many different ways. Great if you just want it as a bracelet. If you have got one of the punches for leather, you can actually do it so it attaches and could actually be adjustable. There's lots you can do. £1.50.
That's a very good price. My goodness.
Ridiculously good price. We don't have very many of them in stock, unfortunately. It's the first time I bought these to you, actually. I've not seen them before. You could use them as a collar as well. You might need to add a bit of chain at the back to extend it because that's quite a narrow collar. And I'm not referring to a collar for a dog or a cat. I am referring to sort of a choker piece. Maybe not a collar. A collar was probably not the right term to use.
The front half of a choker would look delightful.
The front half of a choker.
Yes.
That's the best way to describe it, yes. Now, I've also got the darker one for you, which, again, is the same specifications. So you've got 1/2 inch by 10 inches, this time in a darker leather and a darker brown. So you've got the suede feel to the back of it. And we're going to price match. We are going to price match, so £1.50 in total.
You could multi-buy on those at that kind of price and then braid them together.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you braid material, you shorten the overall effect, so I'm not sure if it would then be long enough to make a cuff piece, but you could certainly extend it at the back if it wasn't.
I think you'd probably have to add chain or something to make it. But yes, yeah, it would look really nicely braided.
Or bring it down to a single piece, you know, don't just get the 3, get the 4.
Yeah.
And then with the 4th piece, you can kind of sew the braided section onto a single strap, and then if you wanted to finish it all in leather, you've got that option as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an idea of what it could potentially look like.
The 2 colours are lovely together.
There you go. Now I'm going to have a wander back over, so I'm going away from you, my lovely. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just over there. All the way over there. We'll have to shout to each other.
Okay then.
Okay, darling. Oh dear, I forgot about this bit. Don't knock everything over, don't walk into things, don't destroy the set. Oh, we can do this. Now I've actually got the mint green leather strap, which has been toughened slightly. So whereas the brown leather, oh, thank you, whereas the brown leather has not been toughened at all, you can see the flexibility that you're getting there, you have actually got a stiffness to this particular one because of the coating. You see the difference? Now it's 10 inches, it's £1.95. Now that would make a really nice bangle. move the eggs over a moment. Are we? Ooh. We're going to do a competition in the next hour involving that basket. But that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? I'm thinking of attaching Swarovski on the back of this.
It would look lovely riveted as well.
Yes, yeah, it would. £1.95 for those ones. Well done, my lovelies, on that. Now next, I am going to bring to you some leather cord. So, that's a lot of leather cord there, actually. We are looking at a very nice copper leather cord, 2mm in gauge, and you're looking at 2 meters in total. It should be £7.95. Today we're making it a tiny, itty bitty, teeny weeny £3.50.
That's fantastic.
That's a huge price drop. For 2 whole meters as well. We were talking about if you just want to get a gentleman's sort of surfer style jewellery, just literally slide 1 gemstone onto that, done. And it's normally the longer ones, isn't it? So if it's big enough to actually fit the 2mm through, brilliant. If not, get a jump ring on it and slide that along instead. Brilliant. Now, what was the next one? Ooh. This is just as pretty as the first one, but with darker pinks and oranges and reds. So it is, of course, your Bohemian cord. Look, it's almost like a snake.
It is. Is it corn snakes that are pretty like that?
Yeah, corn snakes. They're sort of the red and oranges, aren't they? I love the combination that you've got here. There's no fear at all in mixing and matching the colours. You've got browns with purples. You've got the yellows in there as well as the whites. You've got almost greens in there as well. They're just absolutely fabulous. So many different colours combined in this one design. And this is it. All you need to do is get some cord ends and turn it into a bangle. Simple as that. And that's really beautiful, just simple on its own. If you wanted to bead over it, you can do. If you wanted to attach things to it, you can do. Add charms to it. Or you use a little jump ring and you can attach all kinds of different things to it. £1.50 for a metre. It's a nice addition to any stall, isn't it? Because it is bright, it is vibrant, it's fun. And because it's only £1.50 for a whole metre, if you're making a couple of bracelets, you don't have to charge much for them at all.
No, this is true.
They could even be your buy so many items and get a free gift. This could be the free gift.
Absolutely.
I like the idea of it as a necklace.
They'd be really useful for very heavy feature pendant carriers.
Yes.
And you can use your Wags Y cone, of course, to make endings if you don't have any to the particular size that you need.
Yeah, absolutely. Love the look of this. I'm just wondering, would it go with the colourway of the Labradorite? It might be too far a miss. Now, this is today's must-have, the Labradorite is. Do you know what? I think you could get away with it.
That's quite effective, actually. It's not something I would have thought of doing, but I like it.
Yeah. It's unusual enough to work.
It is.
Now, leave that there with you. Next up, what we're going to do with this one, Becky? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know. So we're looking at, of course, your green-coloured Zari. I keep wanting to say sari. Zari braided thread, 1.5mm. You've got that fantastic twist on it. It can be used in so many different ways. Macrame to edge things as well. I just love it. Absolutely love it. They are brilliant in the brightness of the colours that you're getting. Brilliant in the brightness. In fact, if you match this with the gold one that we had earlier on, it would work so nicely. And it look very festive too.
It would indeed.
£1.
Well, that was a surprise. £1 whole for 40 metres this time.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's getting bigger, isn't it? The amount that we're giving away for £1 is getting more and more and more and more and more. It was 30 metres last time, it's 40 metres this time.
So it's 2.5p.
2.5 pence a metre.
I think.
You think?
I think.
Could we just double check that? How many pence is it a metre? Yes, it is.
Did I do a maths?
You've confused everyone in the gallery. 0.02.
Is it
2
tuppence?
pence. It's what you said, wasn't it? 2 pence.
I said 2.5p.
2.5p. Well, it only ever goes to 2 decimal places, doesn't it, on a calculator? Well, not always, but sometimes. Oh my goodness, it's a tiny amount per metre. That's all we need to know. Goodness me.
Could make little macrame Christmas trees out of it and hang them in your car.
You could, and you said the C word. You said you wouldn't say the C word.
Well, there you go.
She said it. She did. Now, I've got emerald green for you, 40 metres of the colour Zari braided thread. I wonder what we're going to do to this one. 1.5 millimetres in size as well in the gauge. So, see it, like it, love it, want it. I think you know what's going to happen. Mike's prepping himself. Oh my goodness. You don't want to know what's happening right now. Mike is trying to be creative, let's put it that way. We might be waiting a while. I really wish you could see this. I do.
£1.
What you didn't see then was him attempting to climb onto the table in various different ways and failing miserably on every single one.
£1.
It is, however, £1. Get on those phone lines, darling. Grab it while you can. £1 and £1 only. I really do wish you could have seen that. Really did. That would have been an Easter treat. That really would have been an Easter treat. Loads of you coming in, of course you're going to. It's an entire, I say an entire pound, it's a tiny amount of money. In fact, do you know what? You know the 10p bags of sweets that you would normally get? There's a cinema that I go to, which I love. It's 50 pence, which is not bad in the big, you know, grand scheme of things. But for 2 bags of those, that'll last me 5 minutes.
Wow.
A pound. Now... Shall we wait until you've prepped yourself now before we actually...
I'm doing no more.
You're doing no more, that's it. So 30 metres of pink coloured Zari braided thread. You're looking again at an amazing price point. I think you can guess where we're going to be taking this one. I don't think I need to say anything at all. We're still waiting for Mike to prep himself for this.
£1. I've stopped. Oh.
It's not getting any better, is it? £1! 1 entire pound. You can stop trying to spin yourself now.
I can't do it.
You can't? Oh. Oh well, £1 anyway. It's £1. Love the colour of this one. This one's the colour of an old phone I had.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bit spicy.
That was at the point that I was in denial about liking pink. And yet I kept buying pink things. Never noticed. How can you not notice you like pink until, you know, your entire everything is pink? I'm not a big fan of pink, but that's pink, and that's pink, and that's pink, and that's pink. I love it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. It goes so nicely with anything because you've got that fantastic shimmer to it. And it is metallic, so you've got that luscious lustre to it as well.
I would want to get all of them so that I could have the opportunity to braid them in different colourways. Just kind of try them out in different dimensions.
I don't know, I'd keep the pink on its own. But that's because I like pink. Now, next up, I have got, ooh, they're really pretty. There's actually a luminosity to these, which you might mistake for moonstone, but it's not, it's an agate. This is actually white agate. They're dyed, but there is some which have got this incredible, I mean look, you can see it there, can't you? Some slightly frosted and milky, and others have got more of a translucency to them.
Like a misty glow.
Yes, it does. £1.70 for the strand. You're looking at 4mm rounds there as well. And because, of course, it's white, it will go with so many different things. Now, after the break, I have got my must-have. I'm also going to be launching a bit of a competition. Woohoo! Woohoo indeed. And we still got another hour, which is going to be fantastic with the kitten as well. So do not go anywhere. Clearance is going to continue right after this.
Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Buying with JewelleryMaker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Are you interested in learning a brand new medium or brushing up on your skills? Then why not join Jo Barclay Logie for her seed bead leather wrap bracelet workshop? You will learn an array of different style bracelets, including the Chan Lu bracelet, and get to grips with various seed bead techniques, including the ladder stitch. Included as part of the course is a buffet style lunch, tour of the studio, and the chance to shop in our exclusive on-site store. All of this for just $79.99. For more information, head over to our website or contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com.
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Love JewelleryMaker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the JewelleryMaker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Hello and welcome back. It is today's must-have. Now, the last 2 days we've had some of the most incredible strands of Labradorite. The sad thing about those strands was the quantity. The quantity was minimal. Minimal. We're talking about like 13 or 14 per item, and there was only 2 of them over the 2 nights. So we thought, to be fair to as many people as possible, because they did sell out very, very quickly, we thought it would only be right to bring you a must-have today as Labradorite, and to bring you a good quantity. There is not just 13 or 14 of these available, I can guarantee you that. It is not just a small quantity. It's not a massive quantity, but it's not a small quantity either. Was it 80 you said we had? Oh, that's it, 131. So it is a good quantity. Apparently I was close, very far off. Very far off was what I was. But it is a good quantity that we have. So if you did miss out on those Labradorites over the last few days, then this is our little treat to you. And even if you were one of the lucky ones who managed to get the Labradorite, you can never have enough, can you? You can never have enough. So it's from the same fabulous source. Now, we all know Gem absolutely adores this particular location for the Labradorite. She's grinning.
That picture just tells you why.
You get so much colour when it comes from Madagascar. I don't know what it is about that location, but you get so much colour from the Labradorescence. The base colour is gorgeous, whether it's a transparent one, whether it's a grey back to it or a greenier back to it. You are going to get so much colour. And you get a variety of colours, not just the blue. You do get purples, you do get coppers. In one strand, you can see so many different tones in each and every single one of these. I mean, I can go along and show you the play of colour on all of them. Now, I know I'm using the term that's normally used for an opal, but I like to call it a play of colour because they are so different in each of them. So that one's got a lighter blue. That one's got a fabulous iridescence to it, which actually breaks through into a rainbow effect, doesn't it? And then look at that one. Every single one is individual. You are looking at me in a way that I can't read what you're looking at me as. Obviously looking at me as Gem, but
that particular stone we were just looking so intently at had an almost obsidian-esque shine through it.
I thought that might be what you were looking at.
Not something that I see very often in Labradorite, and that's one of the reasons I adore Madagascan Lab, because you will get those peacock tones, you'll get electric blues, you'll get baby blues, you'll get the golden tones, but that particular effect is very rarely seen. That's exquisite.
It is beautiful, isn't it? Now, it should be £27.95, which when you're looking at the quality of it, you can understand, can't you? And that's actually quite not consider, what's the other word?
Considerable? Considerate?
The word's gone. Conservative, that's it. It's quite conservative. Why did that word leave me? It's quite conservative price in comparison to what you would be expecting. I have seen Labradorite go for an awful lot, to the point where even though I absolutely adored the stone, I didn't buy it. Sometimes you kind of go, no, you're just being silly now, aren't you? You just don't think people know there are other places you can get it from at less than that. But it's so pretty. But this is it. £27.95 is a conservative price in comparison to some places. It is our must-have. It is Easter Sunday. I still want to know what you've had for your lunch. Oh, you need to see this one.
That's exceptional.
It's about just catching the light right, isn't it? Look at that. £15 for the strand.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. 255 carats of Labradorite. 10 by 7 to 24 by 13 millimetres is the graduation. And we're cramming on loads on this particular strand. Every single one is a fantastic play of colour. Every single one is a standalone piece. Every single one you could turn into a pendant if you wanted to, even from the smaller ones. Even the smaller ones are substantial enough to hold their own as a pendant. Oh, and they are amazing. The quality is gorgeous. Grab it while you can. Loads of you there. Jenny, Peter, Debbie, Julie, Michelle, Christine, Andrew, Gavin, Philippa, Susan, Kelly, Miranda. Well done to all of you. It's amazing.
That is fantastic. I mean, I have and regularly do spend sort of £8 to £14 on a single piece of Labradorite, especially when it's faceted, especially when it's Madagascan, and especially when you get that kind of colour shining out and through it. So I think Lara might, if I ask her nicely, count up how many you get on that strand, or give an estimation of, please.
Oh, well, I've just spotted one that I really just am a little bit enamoured with. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 32, 4, 6, 36.
Okay, so that's less than 50p each. Less than 50p for one of those.
Look at this one.
It is divine. Just thinking that you're singing like an angel there.
So far from being an angel, it's untrue. Thank you, thank you. Oh dear, oh. Okay, that was an opposite. Look at the colour on this one. Sorry, this is the problem when you have Labradorite, if you want it to be classed as a problem. But look. Oh.
That's your sultry velvet midnight blue.
I love it.
It is, it's stunning.
Love it. This is going to be your issue. You're going to look at one and go, that's the one I absolutely adore, and then a moment later you're going to be looking at another one, and that's the one I adore. And this is why you can never get enough Labradorite, because there's always going to be another one that goes, ooh, choose me. Choose me. They are definite. Oh. You might want to come back a bit later because I'm lost. I'm absolutely lost. Yeah, Mike, do you want to come and take over while I just look at this? Oh, they are so beautiful. They really are. Can you actually see them from there? Look.
Need to ask producer Becky if she'd like the strand cut so I can make something with them.
Would you like the strand cut? Not saying, not. Moving on. It is, isn't it? That's what I would class as a nose piece. Gem classes it as a head piece. So if you're new to this, and just please bear with us, if I really love a strand, it goes on my nose just there. And Gem puts it on a forehead, don't you?
It has to be done.
Nose and headpiece. That is a seal of approval. Now, shall I introduce you to our competition?
Yes, please, chick.
This is Herbert. And Herbert is a little bit lonely at the moment.
Aww.
I know. Because Herbert was the first one to hatch. Now, we would like to know how many brothers and sisters Herbert is waiting for. There are a certain amount of eggs in this basket. Please do not count Herbert. Herbert is no longer in an egg. There are a certain amount of eggs in this basket, and we would like to know how many eggs there are that Herbert is waiting to hatch, so he can have some little friends to play with. Send your answer in via text message, or you can do it on the website as well, to 60777. Start your message with JM Studio and your number that you think we're waiting for to hatch. So how many do you think? 1, 10, 20, 100? Who knows? If you guess the right answer, then you will be entered into a draw, and we will draw that at the end of this evening. If there are no right answers, we will then put those who are the closest to that answer into a draw, and then somebody out of that will be picked at the end of the show tonight. The winner will receive one of Gem's gorgeous pieces of jewellery. Ta-da! So, how many brothers and sisters is Herbert waiting for? And this will be your prize. Not Gem's hands.
You wouldn't want them. Sparkly earrings. So poorly demonstrated.
They were beautifully demonstrated. Beautifully.
It's the most awkwardly I've ever seen anybody hold a pair of earrings ever.
She got a point.
It was awkward. It's true. I'm sorry.
I think you did it beautifully. I do. I think you did it really beautifully.
I was doing a T-Rex impression, apparently.
I was about to say T-Rex trying. We broke Gem. We've actually broke Gem. So, we're looking at, I was going to say polarised then. No, not polarised. Polished brass steampunk wheel findings. Steampunk. I saw photos of my wedding cake earlier. It's like, yes, yes. Cogs and clocks. You are getting 5 of them in a pack. These are fabulous, aren't they? There's only 46 chances available. These are going to end up selling out. We very rarely bring you anything like this. How amazing are these?
I love them. I have some at home.
Do you?
They are fantastic.
Oh! £2.50. They're definitely going to sell out. How have you positioned them? What have you used them for?
Lux head knot either side with satin, and just that sits in the middle of the back of the wrist. You can, of course, wire them together as if they were mechanical parts in a machine, which looks amazing because they mesh perfectly. But as a single piece, they're really effective.
I can just imagine them just beautifully attached with jump rings as a whole neck piece. Just
You could put them on the leather strips you had earlier.
Yes.
That would look
it would
really
go
cool.
so well.
Colour-wise,
Really
that's
would.
an amazing combo.
I don't have them anymore, unfortunately.
Never mind.
But they really would. Oh, I love steampunk. Yeah, they're fabulous. 5 in a pack, £2.50. Going to move those on because they're going to go. They're going to end up going. Next up, ooh, soft ribbon. This is a really nice one. They're all really lovely, but this one...
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't it? Isn't it just? Black flower print, snow yarn. Why is it called snow yarn? Never known the answer to that.
I don't know, maybe it's because when you see snow in a fresh drift, it has that kind of rippled effect on top.
Ah, possibly.
I'm completely guessing though.
It was a good guess though. The feel of it is fabulous. It's almost satiny. It's got a wonderful sheen to it. It's beautiful to touch. £5.95 is what you should be looking at. It's going down to a teeny weeny itsy bitsy £2.80. Use it as an Alice band, use it as a choker, use it as an... Oh, it would look fabulous actually if you used it as a cord to attach something like a pearl necklace.
Oh, it would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because it will sort of scrunch round to a relatively small bail size.
But then it would...
But then it will
open up
sort of
nicely,
flare
yeah.
open from where the weight isn't on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, be lovely.
Really nice. Such a lovely feel to it as well. The great thing about it is it's one of those patterns that would look fabulous as day wear or night wear as well. Hold those lines on that one. Now, ooh, I've got something very special for you. Wow. Take a look at this, because I don't think you will have seen anything quite like this. notice the colour? Let's just bring the tassels in for a second. Look at the colour of the tassels. Notice the overtone. Yep. Look at that.
This is the one we did a double take on, isn't it?
This is the one we did a double take on, to the point where we even had to do a bit of research to find out if this existed. So this is actually Australian sapphire. You do get sapphire from Australia. It's not one of the well-known locations for sapphire, but you do get it from Australia. And this particular strand has the most amazing greeny blue. I have never seen that before in that sort of combination in sapphire, and it is absolutely spectacular. If there is ever a moment to get an authenticity card, this is it. Because if me and Gem are both going, really? And actually having to then sit and trawl on the web going, is there such a thing as this? Is this possible? Yeah. It is so worth getting a hold of the authenticity card as well. Now, it should be £61.95. It's going to be a mic drop. Remember the price point, £61.95.
Oh my word!
Yeah. He is still down. I think he might genuinely have knocked himself out there. Mike. Oh no, he's good. He's good. £24.50. In fact,
some collectors are just blown away by locations, aren't they? So
yes, no, yeah. For me, it would be just for this. Just for this. It's gorgeous. Seriously gorgeous. Never seen anything like it. Can I just double check something with you as well, Becky? Are there any treatments to this? No. $11 chances.
Oh, is that all?
That's it. We started with 24. We knew it was going to be a sellout though. When do we ever see anything like this? This is the first time I have seen this particular strand, and also Australian opal. Not opal, sapphire. Of course I've seen Australian opal. That's something I know exists. But no, Australian sapphire, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
And with those green tones to it, you almost get a sense of Oceania, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the reason I asked about the treatment is because any other gemstone, you would have thought it was dyed or you would have thought it was treated in some way. But no, that is how it comes out of the ground, that colour. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well done if you get a hold of that one. Now, oh, hello. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Not seen this one before. So, you can have loads of fun with this. First of all, you've got your bezel set for the heart, but you've also got bezel setting all the way round both the top and the bottom. Imagine this with Cerulean, with the smaller size Swarovskis all the way around.
Incredible. It would be encrusted.
Absolutely.
It would feel very regal, I think.
It would. I like the idea of the AB, or the sort of aurora feel to it.
Yes. Yeah, definitely the AB crystal.
That would look fabulous, wouldn't it? Just all the way around. Now, it should be £13.95. It is, of course, 925 sterling silver. You're getting 2.9 grams of sterling silver in this. £6. It is a size 7 as well. The reason we bring you size 7 is because size 7 is the most well-known size. It's the most common size of ring that you'll find. So you are more likely to find customers who would want to buy it.
I do tend to make that kind of size,
Yeah.
as well as the L to M, and people will generally have somewhere that will fit.
Yep. No, that is really a gorgeous, gorgeous design. I love that little post there as well. I don't know why, but it seems really sweet.
It's attractive in its sheen as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's it, even the back of it looks beautiful. Because nobody's really going to see that, are they?
No. I mean, rings do occasionally sort of twist round, but it is there in a supporting role, and to have a care and attention and high polish and beautiful, perfect workpersonship. See what I did there? I completely politically corrected myself. Workpersonship. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but
it is now.
There you go.
We've added so many words to the dictionary, why not add a term as well?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Right, next up. Ooh. Oh, hello, get off me. The packaging's sticking to me. Gem,
Darling.
take a look at this.
Ooh.
Pink opal.
Oh, and I see that you've still got the nuggetiest of all the nuggets on the T-bar. Oh, parfait, chérie amour.
We have got the most nuggety of nuggets on the T-bar. The most nuggety of nuggets goes beautifully with this.
It really does.
Are there any of the most nuggety nuggets left? We are, of course, referring to blue opal. Unfortunately, the nuggety of nuggets has found a home already, so there is no more of those available, I'm afraid, so apologies for that. But I think this is going to go the same way, in fairness. This is your pink opal. It should be £15.95. Today, we're taking it down to £6.50. Yes, I did say that. £6.50. That is it.
That's reet special, that.
It's itsy bitsy teeny weeny in price, isn't it? When you think about how many you're actually getting on here as well, you can see the strand. It's beautiful. Bad news on this one is there are only 15 of these remaining, and that is it. There's 12 now. Now there's 9. 7.
One of the joys of pink opal is the interest within. You have sort of creamy and you have darker striations within, and it's that interest with that delicate pink backdrop which makes it so beautiful.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. If you do miss out on this one, we do have another pink opal coming up for you at the top of the next hour. But try not to miss out. I'm going to leave that there with you. And next up, I'm going to bring some jump rings for you. These are brill. They are absolutely massive. So you've got a beautiful size to these. Now these would be great if you are actually demonstrating, or they would look fabulous as a belt.
Oh, they would be amazing as a belt.
Oh, they would, wouldn't they? They are also going to look fantastic if you want them as a big chunky bracelet, or a big chunky necklace, or big chunky earrings. I mean, how great would they look as those?
Statement jewel. Sorry, love.
Hang them off your bag.
Hang them off your bag, absolutely. Absolutely.
Statement jewellery is definitely a trend that's here to stay, isn't it?
Yeah.
So having big pieces like this, you can use them sparingly within other designs, or make a feature piece using all of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they sound fab as well.
They do. They've got a really nice tinkle to them. Dropping that price point. What was the price they should have been? £16. £28.95, and we've dropped it down to £11.50. That's amazing. That's seriously amazing. Sorry, I'm just having a play now. They are, of course, gold-plated copper. They're hollow as well, so even though they look enormous, they're not as weighty as they could be. And it's taken me a little bit of effort to open them. They are very sturdy, very secure, as you can see. But you can still open them by hand. It's just a little bit tough. So you might want to be using your pliers for those. Get a couple of boxes, make the most amazing belt out of them. Love it. Absolutely love it. Sorry, that was me having a bit of a play then. Okay, what is next? Ooh, shall I or shall I not bring these to you? Thank you. These, do you know what they remind me of? Hide. You know when you get the hide rugs?
Oh, yes.
It's that coffee cream effect.
Or like bison hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of look that you're getting there.
It reminds me of cups of coffee in a posh coffee shop.
Ooh. There is something very pleasurable about having a cup of coffee in a nice coffee shop.
Oh, there really is. Not least because you don't have to clean the machine out.
They are a pain. I used to be a barista.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, come and move in.
I loved making coffee. I used to make paninis, cakes, coffee. It's brilliant. It might be why I'm obsessed with it. Now, it should be £13.95. Got a fantastic coffee and white or coffee and cream. Beautiful look to them. Beautiful, beautiful look to them. Oh, do you like the iridescence you're getting? £4.50. Pair of earrings, done. Earrings,
Easy
done.
peasy.
I do absolutely adore these with a passion. Adore them with a passion. Oh, they're gorgeous. Bracelet, it would look fantastic as just one single one as a pendant. Or just oodles and oodles of them. They are going to sell out. We did have 11 to start with, and that's it. They're gone. Well done if you managed to get a hold of them. This was. Ooh.
Oh, more gorgeousness. Sounded like a very, very happy Wookiee just then.
I am a very happy Wookiee. I'm not going to say, just look. I'm not going to say how good it is. Just you can. I'm holding my breath because I just want to squeal. Oh, right, 250. How many do we have? How many do we have? We have 84 of these, believe it or not.
Do you reckon they'd let us go on a road trip to Madagascar?
Oh, I really would love that. Although this is all I would do for the whole duration of that. Oh, certain things make me happy. A strand of Labradorite like this. Sorry. 250 carats of the most amazing Labradorite. Should be $29.95. I would pay that in a heartbeat. Would absolutely pay that in a heartbeat. Look at how much colour you're getting in this strand. How is that even possible?
It's magic.
It is magic. Oh, that's just made me really happy. Now this made me... That's the beauty of Labradorite. It makes you ridiculously happy. It's £19. It's less than £20. That is... Oh. I'd pay that for 2. I'd pay that for 1. Oh. You have no idea how hard it is for me to resist the urge of sticking this on my nose right now. Every single one, I think you can already see. In fact, shall we see the other side? Oh, sorry. They are absolutely amazing. Oh, look at that one. Oh. That is absolutely exquisite. There are some gemstones that do make you slightly emotional or slightly giddy.
Totally.
I think you've already figured out it's made me both in every single way. Absolutely adore this strand. The fact you're getting it for £19 as well. I mean, Jem, if you were to take one of these and make it into a pendant, how much would you be charging?
Simple pendant.
Simple pendant.
£35 to £45. Complicated pendant, £80 in plated metal, in sterling silver, 200 easily. The quality of the gemstone here will just open you up to the possibilities. Absolutely stunning.
You've got 18 on this strand, approximately 18. Ah, it is amazing. It is seriously amazing. We can see why this gemstone has won the accolade of the finest gemstone, or the gemstone of the year, for goodness knows how many years in a row. It was last year's. More than likely it's probably going to be this year's as well. It kind of keeps winning, doesn't it?
It does.
But so far I have not yet found a gemstone that can wipe this one out of that #1 spot. Tanzanite did it one year. Fair play to Tanzanite. But it still came back. It still came back with a vengeance, didn't it? It still came back. It still knocked Tanzanite off that spot. But you can see why. Oh my goodness. How nice would it be? And it's going to be really opulent, but to just restrand that and have a necklace of all of those in one go.
Can I? That would just be super. You'd put it on and you would feel like royalty.
Yeah, you would. The original price, someone's just questioned what was the original price. The original price was £29.95. It got launched at that price in September, and we've dropped it to £19 today. So hopefully that's helped. There you go. That is fabulous.
It's phenomenal. It's ethereal beauty.
I don't want to let it go now. I've been told to put it down. Put it down, Lara, put it down. What was the next number, sorry? Ooh, shells. Oh, these are good size shells as well. Blue, holiday blue, tropical blue, pretty blue.
Oh, it is.
Pretty blue.
It's almost Santorini view blue.
Ooh.
I've never been to Santorini, but director Ben went and shared photos, and it was very beautiful.
Oh. I'd like to go to Santorini.
What a view.
I'd like to go anywhere, really, in fairness. Anywhere. Just a little holiday somewhere would be really nice. Blue shell flat coins, approximately 20mm, and you're getting a 38cm strand. I've said it before, I'll say it again, they're great as earrings. I bought quite a few strands of shells purposely to turn them into earrings because they're simple, they're quick, and they look really effective.
And with the 3mm disc gold-plated head pins, absolutely piece of
absolutely,
cake.
yeah. £1.50 for the strand. That is definitely a stash builder. Grab a hold of it. If you are making to sell, making earrings is so quick and easy to do. And just add them to your stall. Great little gifts. Even if you're selling them for, say, £3 for a pair of earrings, that's still more than that £1.50, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could potentially make 10 pairs of earrings out of this.
Fantastic.
Yes, there's 20 on there. So half the stock has already been allocated. Lots of you taking more than one of these. £1.50, I mean, it's worth it. It's so worth getting a hold of it. I'll leave those there with you. Half the stock has already been allocated, so check those baskets out while you can. Sorry, next one. Ooh, ooh. I like these. These are antique copper, plated, brass, open jump rings, and they're saw cut as well. So saw cut means you're getting a smooth cut to it rather than a snit or a slightly, not a jagged edge, diagonal edge.
But it sits perfectly flush, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So with saw cut is really good. If you can get a saw cut one, brilliant. And it means they close really snug. Because you've got that flat line going straight through the centre, when you pull them together, they're going to smoothly slot together, aren't they?
They certainly do.
Size-wise, it is 5 by 1 mil.
It's a really good solid gauge then.
Yes. They are lovely. I actually like the look of them. This would look fantastic in chainmail. You are getting 250 in a pack. Is that size too small to work with, or...? No, it isn't, is it?
I don't think so. I'm not a chainmailer at all, to be perfectly honest with you, but I would like to just do a 2x2 chainmail.
Oh, it would look really lovely.
Very, very simple, but super effective. It's a lovely colourway, and it's something that I don't see very often, so
No.
I would be inclined to sort of multi-buy on those.
In fairness, this is the first time that I've actually seen this colourway in jump rings, and it's to be fair, it's probably the first time I've seen this size in such a quantity. So you are getting an amazing opportunity straight away. The fact you've got it for £3.80 for 250, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Great if you're working with your antique copper coloured wire, or even antique brass wire. Would look fabulous.
I'd want to put it with rose gold plated as well. I think the juxtaposition,
yeah,
because that's almost a matte feel to it, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it really is. No, that's beautiful. I'd like to stack it on a bracelet. As you know, I was talking about layering the different textures. Just get a load of them together, layer them up, and have them as a middle bit.
Well, the 2mm leather cord that came around a little bit earlier on would look good with those as well.
Yeah, it would.
Well, absolutely perfect colour-wise. Really, really good. Size-wise as well, spot on.
Yeah, it would. Let's see, I've nearly done it. None went missing there. Makes a change, doesn't it? Hello. Oh no. What should have been in box number 6? Yeah, I don't have those, I'm afraid. Sorry, darling. I don't have those. Ooh. Green. Ooh. Ooh. Is this an onyx? It is an onyx. There's a texture to this. There's such a fabulous, fabulous texture to this. And there's a glow. It's not like a fluorite, but it is. Does that make any sense? It's not like a fluorite glow, but it is like a fluorite glow. It's the only other gemstone I can liken this unto, but it's not the same as.
The only other one that I could think of in a slightly different tone would be a chalcedony, because that has a very similar glow.
Well, it's related, isn't it? So that makes sense.
Same sort of root family there. But yeah, it does have a beautiful glow to it.
Yeah.
Quite subtle.
Yeah. The colour has taken so nicely. It's dyed, of course, but the colour has taken so nicely in these. It's an absolutely exquisite. I would like to put it with jadeite. Oh yes, please, if I could. Thank you, darling. Look at those two together. £2.40 for your strand as well. So Jem's just lent me her jadeite bracelet. Those two together, really love it.
That does work beautifully, actually. It's quite a subtle difference between them, but it does. It's gorgeous.
Fabulous look. Thank you very much, my lovely. Oh, yeah, love that. £2.40, that's a stash builder price.
Most definitely. Looks fab as pairs in your tree of life as well.
Yes. I like pears. They're a grapefruit.
Like a grapefruit's a grapefruit.
Grapefruit is a grapefruit. There's lots of fruits that are great fruits. I like pears, and you know the tart tatins? Yes. Or tart tatan, or however you say it. When you do the apple version, pear versions are great.
Oh.
There you are. They're sold out. Well done, my lovelies. Believe it or not, I can make quite a good tart tatin.
Never tried. You can poach a pear with port.
Yes.
Which seems like a bit of a tongue twister.
Poaching pears in port.
Port poached
Peter
pears.
poached a pear in port. A pear in port Peter poached. If Peter poached a pear in port...
Where's the poached pear that
Peter
ported?
Peter ported poached. Anyway, next up... That little slight outburst there. We've got... I love this because it looks almost like an animal. So you've got a body. It does, doesn't it? It always looks like a horse. So you've got a high polished textured brass oval and dangling connector. And it's a 6-piece. So you should actually get the oval pendant, which is 25 by 19 millimetres. You should get the brass pyramid shape, which is this one, which is 19 by 10 millimetres. And you should also get 4 high polished brass open jump rings, which I don't actually have. For some reason, I've got seed beads here instead. But you will get the open jump rings as well. Now, it should be £6.95. Today, you're getting it for £2 and 50 pence. I'd separate them out, in fairness, and have them as 2 separate things.
I think it would make a fantastic cocktail ring face.
Ooh. This one?
I would.
Yeah, why not? Big, bold and beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be really lovely.
I love the texturing on them. It is sort of animal print texture again.
Yeah, it really is. Really is. You can actually wire work them and make sort of a weave design for the bail.
Oh, lovely.
Not
yes.
the bail, sorry, the
shank.
The shank.
Or you could macrame with
that
beading
way.
thread, which makes super comfortable ring backs.
Yeah. So what would you do with this one? Turn that one into a pendant, or get a couple and turn them into earrings?
I'd probably get a couple and make earrings, but as a centrepiece for a pendant, you have a long drop coming down from the lower section,
Yes.
and then chain sections coming in. Or again, multi-buy and have them on the collars, but the opposite way around. So you've got the 2 connectors, and then you could have 2 different lengths of chain with the single loop going up towards the back of the neck. Lots of choices. You separate them out and play with them.
Yeah. If you get a couple of them as well, if you got 3 of them, they'd look really nice as 3 just fanned out.
Yeah.
As a necklace piece.
Yeah, you could
Couple
either
of
jump
beads in
bring them
between.
together or wire them together.
Yeah.
Or, absolutely.
Love it.
Lots
Love
of different
it.
ways.
Now, I am going to bring you some shell rounds. They're going to sell out, by the way. There was only a limited amount. Shell rounds in pink. I'm saying it like that because it is bright pink. Hot pink. Spicy hot hot. Hot pink dyed shell. 8 millimetres. in size. I want to put these with really, really bright blue. Or really dark blue even.
That works so well.
Just doesn't it?
Gorgeous.
Really does. If you got these earlier on, the 2mm beads. Oh, yes, please. And shell is a great... I've just dropped things on the floor, apologies for that. Shell is a great one to work with because it's so easy, it's so beautiful, it's lightweight, it's gorgeous. £4.95 is what it would normally be going for. Today, £1.80. £1.80. Great as a stretchy bracelet. I'm wanting to put it next to yellow, in fairness.
It would pop quite nicely
wrong?
with like a chick yellow.
Which brings me to the fact that, what's his name, Herbert? I can't remember now. Herbert, I named him as well. Herbert has got some brothers and sisters that have not yet hatched, so he's a little bit lonely. I know, it's sad, isn't it? But he's an early starter, it's fine. These will come along at some point. We would like to know how many brothers and sisters Herbert is waiting for. There are a set amount of eggs in this basket. Please don't count Herbert as one of he's already hatched. But we want to know how many eggs there are in this basket. The winner will be drawn at the end of the show and will win the gorgeous pair of earrings that Gem made a little bit earlier on.
And possibly a little Labradorite pendant as well, which isn't quite finished.
And possibly a Labradorite pendant as well. There we are. Now, hold those lines on this. I'm going to try and squeeze another one in. Ooh, hello, I like this colour. So sheen-wise, it looks like it would be a waxy feel to it. It doesn't actually have a waxy feel, but it's got the kind of look that you expect to see in an angelite, but without the colour of an angelite. This is actually blue quartzite. It's incredible. Seriously incredible look to it. Can I just double check this is dyed? I would guess that it was dyed from the look of it. I know it doesn't say it's dyed, but I would say it is dyed, especially with the patterning that you're getting on it. It's a gorgeous way of holding a colour though. I mean, look at that. That blue is almost green, isn't it? Almost green. So you are getting it for £2 in total. Get a couple of strands of this. It's got an aquatic feel to it. So it would go with your aquamarines, it would go with any green gemstone I think would look fabulous with it. Purples as well.
Definitely, but if you think of the Morganite family, not the Morganite family, sorry, the beryl family, any of the colours that you would find in a beryl will go with it because, as you say, it is sort of oceanic, so that they will work.
Oh, can you imagine that with a Morganite?
Oh.
Just don't try it with sapphire for a moment.
Ooh.
That's really nice. Let's do it. Let's attempt it with the nuggety nuggets.
Nuggety nuggets.
Even they look beautiful, don't they? And I have got some pink opal. This is the pink opal coming up at the top of the next hour, which is not that far away. Those two look really beautiful.
They do.
Really beautiful. There we are, flying out really, really quickly. Rebecca, well done, my darling. Elaine, well done. Sharon, Jane, Irene, Julie, Heather, Kathy, Tracy, Janet, just a few of the names of people coming in on this one. Well done to every single one of you, my darlings. Well done. Now, I have got one very similar, but bigger. Biggerer. Biggerer and biggerer. This time, we are looking at aqua quartzite. Which is, that's the same colour. Get them both. Do you know what? I'll even let you get them both for £4.
Wow.
This is going to £2 as well. This time you're looking at 10mm And it is dyed, so yes, the other one would have been dyed as well. There was a little typo on there, but they other ones are dyed. You have got, again, same gorgeous colour, same gorgeous look, and big, bold and beautiful size. 10mm. That's luscious. Absolutely luscious. It would go with jadeite. And it would look fabulous because texturally you've got a very similar look. You've got this fibrous quality to it, which would complement jadeite beautifully. In fact, it would probably complement lepidolite as well really beautifully. That's fabulous. Isn't that fabulous?
A cracking size as well.
I love this colour.
It's quite dreamy, isn't it?
I'm looking at it with the pink in the background going, it just goes so nicely with so many different colours, and pink is beautiful with it, purple is beautiful with it. Yes. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. That's really nice. With the price, that's ridiculously good. It does have, again, that tropical feel to it. Tropical. Gold or silver would you pop it with? Oh, it's gone, sorry. Gold. I put it with gold as well. Next up, ooh. So the effect, so we've got a blue light just over there. And the ooh that you just had, was because it's really pretty anyway. And then it caught the blue light in the background. And because of the facets that you've got, so this is white quartzite and it's been faceted all the way over. Look at that.
That is absolutely stunning.
Now imagine a blue light shining on that and the effect it would have.
Or any gemstone that you team it next to.
Yes, 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 yes. 10mm in size. You're getting 250 carats in total. It will complement any gemstone and look great in any lighting conditions as well from the look of what I just saw earlier. £2.50 is your price point. That is incredible. Again, stash builder piece.
It certainly is. It's a lot of gemstone for £2.50.
It's a massive amount of gemstone for £2.50. This is where you really have to think about putting it into perspective in the regard of pricing. Because when you think a coffee can be £3 plus. Mm-hmm. Or you think of a slice of cake, could be around the £2.50 mark. Mm-hmm. Sandwich, more.
Yep.
Pizza, completely. Oof. When you start thinking about the consumable things that we have on a daily basis and the price point of those, do you know what? I'd be quite happy to make myself a cup of coffee and take it in a flask with me to get one of these. There you go. £2.50 is brilliant. Don't go anywhere though. It's the final hour coming up with more amazing deals. And of course, we're going to be coming back with a pink opal and then it's kit time.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with JewelleryMaker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
It couldn't be easier to buy from JewelleryMaker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
It's Easter Sunday! Sunday fun day! And we have got an amazing clearance deal for you today, which would be pink and pretty. It is our pink opals, and they are massive. Massive, massive, massive. Each and every single one of these gorgeous rondelles has been perfectly faceted all the way around, placing as many facets on them as possible. Look at this. It's almost a checkerboard facet over the whole surface, isn't it? It's incredible. Beautiful, beautiful quality to it. Every single angle you turn this, it will catch the light and it will scintillate. It will beautifully scintillate and create the most amazing effect. So it doesn't matter that it's opaque. You will still get that wonderful sparkle. It will go with so many gemstones as well. If you pop it with silver, it will look great and cool. If you pop it with gold, it'll warm it up a little bit. Rose gold will look amazing as well. The quality is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. The fact you've got such a, I want to say a uniformity of colour. There isn't technically a uniformity of colour. You can see there's variation. But quite often with pink opals, you do see less of that real rich colour and quite often see more of the whiter colours coming through. Whereas here, every single one, yes, some are lighter than others, but every single one is a very definitive pink, doesn't it? And they're so closely, tonally matched. It's stunning. 95 carats in total is what you're looking at here, and it's 5x2 to 5x8. Now it should be £14.95. That's your price that you would normally expect to be paying. Not today. What can we do on our little sneaky, cheeky little price point? How about we take it less than £10? Does that sound good?
Amazing.
Amazing. £9 in total. And you're getting so many on this strand. Again, we put them side by side, as closely packed together as we possibly could, to give you as many as we could get for you. And just look. The size of them as well. You could get away with just one of them as a feature on a bracelet, as a feature as a pendant, earrings. I actually quite like the idea of just one of them with two little beads, one either side, and just chain and have it as a necklace.
Super effective.
It's really simple, but really pretty.
Yeah, I agree. Would you go for silver or for rose gold?
I'd actually be tempted with rose gold in this instance.
I think I would.
Really would. There's a quality to it that I think, yes, okay, silver would look really nice with it, but rose gold, beautiful. And then again, I'm still tempted with a stretchy, but I think actually with the size and the quality and the beauty of these, I think I would like to show them off individually.
Even the smallest ones are going to make a solitaire ring, aren't they?
Well, yes, yeah.
They're really, really beautiful. So, as you pointed out earlier, the facet work on them is gorgeous. It really makes them shine.
This is where I would be tempted to put them with sort of a micro-faceted spinel, maybe,
Ooh, yes.
or a spinel rondelle.
Don't you think there ought to be a contraction for spinel rondelle? Like a spondel? No, that sounds so badly wrong.
A spondel.
No, then. That's just me.
I like it. Spondel. I would pair this with a spondel. It's got to. We've created so many words and terms today. Why not? Let's have a spondel.
Let's do it.
So if you would like to combine this with a spondel, for £9 you can attempt it if you've got spondels in your collection. Have you got any spondels in your collection?
I have got spondels in my collection. We had some lovely spondels yesterday, didn't we?
We did have some amazing spondels yesterday. What would you class the wheels as then? Sweels?
I don't think I dare say, because I know it will come out badly.
It may be the late show, but we might have to not say that.
Let's not.
Let's not say that. Oh dear. Hold those lines. It is time for the kit, so I'm going to wander over to the lovely, lovely gem, trying desperately not to knock anything off or over or under.
Potentially.
Potentially. Hello, my darling. Mwah. Mwah. One more.
Oh,
Mwah.
Okay then.
There we are. Hello. Hello. Mwah. 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 So it is kit time. How did you find this kit? Now, can we have a sneaky peek? Because it's amazing.
Let me just turn that back that way.
So we have got two parts to this kit, don't we? We have a wire bundle and we have a gemstone bundle as well. I'm going to bring the wire bundle to you first, but have a look at what you could potentially be making with this. Love that. What did you class this as? You said it was a seaside tree.
Yes, it's caught the wind.
It does look like it's waving in the breeze.
Michael felt that it had caught the wind and it
Yes.
was blowing in the breeze.
Yes.
Which we thought was a nice way to
It's a
think
very
of it.
nice way. I like the necklace underneath it as well. It's very gem heavy.
Ah, absolutely, and why wouldn't you? Which
That's really
we will
pretty.
come on to the sheer quantity of those amazing gemstones a bit later
It
as
is
well.
a big quantity of gemstones that we're having. This one's gorgeous as well.
I wanted to do something a little bit different and it just kind of created itself.
I'm going to start off with the first part of the kit, which is the wire element of the kit. So the wire element of the kit, there is only 60 of them available, so it's very limited. Now, we are looking at a lot of wire. So we're looking at artistic wire, bare copper 26 gauge, which is the 0.4mm, and that's 30 yards. You are also looking at artistic wire, bare copper 26 gauge, which is 0.41mm, and that is 30 yards. You're looking at artistic wire black, so that's actually giving me the same. You're only getting one of those. It's giving me two different specifications. Can you clarify as to which one it is for me?
I think because it is a brand that traditionally works in US gauges, the translation could be 0.4 or 0.41. It's very, very close,
Okay.
which is why it comes up twice.
Fair enough. So we're going to say it's 0.4 because that's what it says on the front of this as well. So we've got the, sorry, let's start again. Artistic wire, bare copper, 26 gauge, which is the 0.4mm. And there's 30 yards of that. You will then be getting your artistic wire 26 gauge in the 0.4 also. And again, that is 30 yards. You will then also get your bead-along by a dozen artistic wire, which are silver plated in an assortment of colours. And they are now this will say 0.41mm. And there's 12 pieces. I'm going to hazard a guess that's probably 0.4 as well, but it's saying 0.41. It's giving me a headache. Altogether, you should be looking at £32.95. So you're getting these two, these 12, all together, and we're about to give it to you at a clearance price. Are you ready for it? Are you steady? Let's go. We're dropping it right the way down to £17.90.
That's fantastic.
That is 14 individual spools of wire, all in 0.4 and 0.41.
Close enough.
Close enough. All the colours that you're getting here as well. It's fantastic. £17.90. That's a really, really good price point. Now, what does that work out per spool? There are 14 spools. £57 a spool.
No.
How does that work? That's not right.
17.9 divided by 14.
£1.28. That works out better. Thank you, Becky. How did you get that first one? So it's £1.20. Well, I can't remember now. £1.28. £1.28 a component. So less than £2 a component. It's all gone a little bit doolally. It's that 0.4, 0.41, isn't it?
Why don't we call it 0.405? Split the difference.
Please don't give me a headache.
Okay, it's about 0.4.
0.4! Maybe 0.41? 0.4. 0.4. And it works out less than £1.50 a spool.
It's an absolutely fantastic way to try all those different colours, and the combinations that you can achieve kind of twisting them together is absolutely remarkable. There's one piece which is the sort of floral design, and I kind of did that just to show you the different interactions between the colours and using a rose gold base. So it's kind of fun to see the different shades.
Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Can I just let you know that there is a lot of these in baskets at the moment. You need to check out. Can I also say congratulations to the collector in Middlesex who's got 9 of these. It's a fantastic price point.
It is absolutely fab.
And the fact it is 0.4, 0.41 gauge, it's a very usable size, isn't it? It's very good for your weaving, so you're going to use a lot of it anyway. You do sort of burn through the 0.4, so having it as your taster reels in the different colours is fantastic. Yeah. But having those both very usable reels in the larger
aspect is fantastic. So there's what, 30 yards?
There's 30 yards of the black and there's 30 yards of the bare copper as well. And the two together combined, I mean, they look amazing together. Use them separately, use them together, use them however you want to use them, but you have got 60 yards in total of the bigger spools. And then you've got that incredible selection of 12 in the different colourways as well. So you've got lots and lots and lots of bang for your buck on these ones. There is also a second part to the kit, which is our gem heavy part. So that was our wire heavy part. Now onto the gem heavy part, which is gem heavy. It's 1, 2, tangled up 3, 4, 5 strands. 5 strands in a kit. Now, it's been a while since I bought you 5 strands all together at the kind of price you're about to see today. And it is topaz. Lots and lots of topaz. You've got a choice, sorry my lovely, of, I say a choice, you're getting it all, you don't have to choose. You're getting droplets, you're getting 2 strands of drops, which are 6x4 to 11 by 6 millimetres, and they are both 11 centimetres in length. You will also get 60 carats of imperial topaz, and there are 2 strands of that, so that's 120 carats in total of your imperial topaz. 2x1 to 5x2 millimetres, and they are 30 centimetres each. Then finally, your 5th strand is this, which is 170 carats of white topaz plain small nuggets. Graduation wise, it's 2x1 to 9x2, so you have got a varied size array in there. They're all placed together, but the smallest ones will be the 2x1 and the bigger ones will be 9x2. It's a fantastic selection. It's the biggest quantity I've ever bought to you of topaz in one bundle. Biggest quantity, and the quality is absolutely exceptional. You were saying how much you loved it, didn't you?
It's a stunning collection, absolutely glorious. For me to have 2 strands of that length of faceted topaz, so exciting. But then there's so much to be gained with the other 3 strands in the collection. The drops are absolutely magnificent. They're like great big juicy dewdrops. Very, very sumptuous in their size and their nature. You've got sort of champagne-y tones in there, almost imperial in places. I adore this collection.
I love the fact you've got inclusions in there as well. They're very reminiscent of rutile quartz, aren't they?
There is that sort of hint towards a Venus hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Really, really lovely. The fact you've got the 2 strands of imperial, though, for me, is really impressive. Now, it should be 56.25 if you bought them all together, which is completely understandable, especially with the imperial strands that you're getting, especially with those drops that you're getting, and then on top of that, the gorgeous nuggets. Now, we're going to do something, oh, so naughty. Oh, so naughty.
It's wrist-slappingly naughty.
We're going to halve that price exactly. Slice it in half. £28.12. Maybe a strange number, but we've taken everything off we possibly could. Halved that price point to give you the most, seriously, the most amazing deal. If you have a strand buddy, this is pretty much the most perfect bundle you could possibly get, because there's 2 of the imperial topaz, there's 2 of the drops, and then there's 1 technical double strand, because it is 84 centimetres. You could snip that in half as well, which means you have exactly half each. So we've halved the price.
Amazing.
And you could halve it between you and your friend.
So for £14.06,
you could get 1 of each.
Wowzers, that is absolutely exceptional. Topaz is used by a lot of the big fashion houses for its shine, and it is so easy to see why it's popular among people who, if they wanted to, they could use the diamonds in the shoulders of the rings, but they use the topaz, and there's a very good reason for it.
It is one of the most well-known and well-loved gemstones of the industry. Because of its hardness, because of its usability, it's definitely one to have in your stash. Whether you're getting the kit for yourself or splitting it with a friend, it's brilliant. So well done if you get a hold of it. Keep checking those baskets out. What are you going to demo?
Thought we'd have a look at the little twisty ring.
Ooh.
Would you like me to move that further over, or is that okay where it is? Awesome sauce. One of my favourite things to make in the world are pendants. One of my favourite things to make in the world are rings. Easy to wear rings that you just sort of pop on, pop off, and they're quite simple to create. So I wanted to show you this little twisty ring because it's mechanically is easy to make, but I think can look quite effective, and you can play around with sort of putting the gemstones on the inside of the coils or on the outside of the coils as it takes your fancy. So I'm going to work with some of the 0.4/0.41mm gauge artistic wire from the first half of the bundle, but I've also snaffled from my collection at home some 1mm gauge wire. So today I've brought with me some pearl coloured wire because I adore the pearl coloured wire anyway. Why not work with it? So we're going to use around about, probably only need about 8 inches or so of the wire, but it always pays to have a little bit extra so that if you want to change your plans halfway through, you can. You will always find a use for those bits that you cut away. So I'm just going to precondition my 1mm wire just by running it between thumb and forefinger to warm it up slightly. And this smooths out any lumps and bumps that might have occurred whilst it was in transit. The next thing I'm going to do is grab hold of my ring mandrel. So this is my round form that I use commonly, and we're going to work to around about this side, which is about an L to M. And you have a couple of options about how to start this design, but the simplest thing to do is a single wrap. So we've crossed over on the underside, creates the body of the ring or the shank of the ring, and we then have a section in the middle which crosses quite closely together. Now, because we're going to use some of the glorious imperial toned topaz, you'd be looking to find ones that are quite similar in size for the central section, because in effect we're going to be channel setting them. So I've just kind of chosen 3 that are reasonably similarly sized, and I'm now going to despool myself a length of this beautiful bare copper colour 0.4mm gauge artistic wire from the first half of the kit. I think I've got around about 18 inches, which is significantly more than I need, but again, it always pays to have that little bit extra in case you change up your plans. So what I would be looking to do is to find approximately the centre of my finer gauge wire. I'm just going to take my ring form away from the mandrel for a moment. In the centre of my finer gauge wire, I'm going to wrap over the top. We've got 2 sides of the ring shank, it's like a crossover ring at the moment. I'm going to wrap 3 times around one side just to get myself a nice firm grip to start that position. So 3 wraps just here, and I'm just going to flip that around so that I have the section of wire that is coming over the top of the ring, and I'm going to introduce my first topaz onto the end of the wire and just scooch that down into position. So I'm going to sit that neatly between those 2 bands of wire that are forming the centerpiece of the ring, and I'm then going to put a little bit of tension on it and draw that 3 times around the other side of the head of the ring. So I've got 3 wraps on each side at this time. I just pop those over to one side so I don't flick them with the wire out of the way. The next thing I'm going to do is to draw one of the tails underneath, push it through the center of the ring, draw that around and tie quite firmly. I don't wish to close up. What I'm looking for is to keep these 2 lines of wire as tram lines. They need to be equally spaced because we're looking to pop another couple of gemstones in those positions. So I'm going to take the end of the wire that's popped through the ring, it's come underneath the top, and I'm going to give that 3 circuits again to give myself that purchase and that firm positioning that I'm looking to achieve. So that's the second loop, and there's the third. When I'm bringing the third loop, you'll find that your wire comes back over the top of the design again, and this is the point that I want to add another one of my first 3 topazes. Now if it gets a bit feisty, just tell it what you want it to do and it will behave. So this is a form of channel setting where on the underside we have a bare naked piece of wire, and over the top, so we're always going from top to top, we have got the gemstone in position. So 1, 2 and 3, that is that side of the ring already fully formed. So we come, flip the design back over. So we're going to do exactly the same as we did on the first side. We're going to push the tail, it's coming over the top at the moment, push it all the way through the design. So the loop comes through, grab the tail and pull that through. Our next job is to circuit 3 times around this bar on the lower side of the design. We're still on the head of the ring, we're up at the top there, so pull that nice and firmly into position. We've got 1 turn, pop the tail through, we've got our second turn, and as the wire comes back over the top, it becomes the 3rd turn. So we're going to introduce our last topaz that will be the centre of the ring. Now you could, if you wanted to, tie off your design at this point. So if I just show you again, we're going over the top of the upper tram line, we're twisting around 3 times to get that nice and firm. Those topaz are now going nowhere. If you wanted to trim here and here, and then pop a little coil on this end, pop a little coil on this end, you would have your classic trilogy ring. And it would be a perfectly usable, serviceable piece of jewellery as it stands. But I want to take that a little bit further. So what I'm going to do is draw that tail of wire underneath. It's not going through the shank of the ring this time, it's just come round underneath this upper wire, which I'm going to start forming a curve in. And because we preconditioned our wire, we've got a lovely, nice softness to it. It's not overly floopy, but it is soft enough to make a nice curve without too much effort. So all we were going to do from this point is just continue in adding a gemstone. So I'll show you with just one, that's all you need to see. So we're going to add on one of these gemstones onto the tail of that wire, allow that to slide so it sits down on the side of the ring where you want that to begin becoming a feature. So currently my wire has come over the outside and it's come all the way underneath, sit my gemstone in position even sideways to the wire. So at this point you will see the best part, which is the facet work. Hold that in position, and then again we're going to wrap 3 times around this loose tail of wire. So the 3rd time, there we go, and all you would do is continue adding your gemstones along, decide how far up you want that loop to go, and then continue to draw your loop around. So if I borrow the ring that we put into the demonstration, just pop it on the mandrel for you. You can see that I added a further 7 gemstones and then created that coil. And that is really the crux of it. When you get to the end, there's a piece of wire that is just coil, there are no gemstones. Maybe that's easier to see without the mandrel. You can see there that you've just got a little bit of naked coiling in the middle, and that's all there is to the design. It's a design I do all the time, really, really popular on my craft tables when I go to sell jewellery. People love them, and as you can make them so very quickly and utilising relatively few gemstones, they're inexpensive for you to make. Therefore, you can make a profit with them if you so desire, or people really appreciate them as gifts as well because they're lovely.
Also a little chuckle, the fact that you actually managed to insert 2 of your own terms in there, including floopy. It was brilliant.
I thought that one got under the radar.
No, that one made me chuckle.
It didn't floop in under the radar.
No, it didn't floop in under the radar. And the other one was de-spooling.
De-spooling? No, I'm pretty sure that might be a term.
Well, it is now.
Pretty sure.
Thank you very much for that, my lovely.
You're very welcome.
Now I have got some more wire for you. Dun, dun, dun. Silver-plated copper wire in 0.4, not 0.41. Maybe it is, who knows. 0.4. You are getting 10 metres on this spool. It's a really cute spool as well.
It is a cute spool, perfectly portable for your craft fair adventures. Or if you're going on the train and you need something to take with you to do.
It's pocket size.
It is, or little side of the handbag, not taking up too much space.
I like the idea of that, just boop.
Perfectly.
And we're off.
Portable.
Perfectly portable. What can we do price-wise on this one, though, as it is in the clearance? And how many in stock do we have? We have 63 chances on this one for you. So not a massive quantity, but still an okay amount available. They will go quickly, though, especially when you see the price we're going to do. It is a 10-metre roll. It's 0.4 in size, and it is ideal for making so many different things.
You really made me jump.
I don't think I've ever seen you have such an outbreak like that.
You made me jump. I thought the sky was falling.
It's £1. £1. £1. There's 15 chances remaining. There are 30 of these in baskets. Gem you've gone all red. Are you okay?
I'll be fine, thank you.
You sure?
Yep, it's all good, thanks, babe.
Comforted by the price.
I am comforted by the price. What a wonderful segue that was.
It was a brilliant, brilliant segue, and it is a brilliant price as well. Hold those lines on that one. Now, I do believe, am I moving over this way? Right, I'm going to say goodbye to you. You can calm and collect yourself.
That's from the first strand of Labradorite, which there are still some pieces here. And if we wanted to give that away with the earrings, then you'd be very welcome to.
So the prize, which will be drawn a little bit later on, there's only half an hour left of the show, but in that half an hour, the prize will be drawn. And it will be both the earrings and the pendant that you shall be getting.
Exquisite Labradorite, really beautiful.
I have just been informed if you want to attempt to win this, you have 10 minutes. 10 minutes and that's it. So Hubert, it was Hubert, wasn't it?
I think it was Herbert.
Herbert!
Hubert, Herbert, it's all much of a muchness.
Yes, is waiting for his brothers and sisters to hatch. Our question is, how many eggs are there in this basket? Don't count Hubert, Herbert, Harry. How many eggs, we would like to know, are in this basket? The winners, or should I say the people who guess the right one, or the right answer, will be put into a basket and will be drawn out at the end of the show and will win both the earrings and the pendant. You've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes and that's it. I shall see you in a moment. You all right now?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Good. Right, let's go this way. Oh. Take my brew with me as well. There's a trolley there, that's why I'm kind of doing this. Okay, next up, I have got some pink wire for you. 100 metres of pink wire in 0.6. 100 metres. Now, I tell you what, that is a lot. And I love the colour. Absolutely adore the colour on this one. It's brilliant. Again, it's that metallic pink that just goes with so many different things. It looks amazing on its own. It would be fantastic to work with. The coating is just lovely. Absolutely lovely. And it is so malleable as well, because it's copper. Fabulous. 0.6. What's 0.6 good for then?
You can make your own findings with 0.6. You can twist it up if you want a thicker gauge. It's at sort of the lighter end of the scale for ear wires. It's really lovely to weave with as well, so I would go for a 0.6 with a 1.25 as my stable wire. Yep. As the surrounding pieces. I've totally lost what the word is. Structural wire.
Structural.
So add the 0.6 as your weaving wire in those instances, and it gives you really quite a chunky look, but you can use the techniques that you learn for the finer weaving. You do need to be a little bit more forceful with it, but what a lovely colour to work with.
Yes, there we are. £8.90 for 100 metres. 100! meters. That is ridiculous.
Just slightly less than 9p a metre.
I know. Less than 10 pence a metre, and it's yours. Imagine how many things you could make with that.
You can do an awful lot with 100 metres.
You really could, couldn't you?
Definitely. It's really, really lovely for gizmoing with, actually.
Is it now?
Yeah, because what you can do is pop it on quite a heavier gauge wire of a contrasting colour. So something like a raw copper maybe in a 1.25, gizmo round that with a 0.6 in this sort of almost candy pink, and then space it out slightly. So you pull your gizmo work apart and you get to see the dual nature of the wires. It's cool. Good fun to play. And at that sort of price, you've got a great way to play with it. You're not going to worry too much about spending, oh, I'll just, you know, a metre of wire to have a go with something. It's cost me less than 9p.
See, that's really nice. And if you're making things like bracelets with it, you wouldn't be using a lot, and you wouldn't be charging 10, 20p, would you?
No,
really.
No.
Brilliant, brilliant price. Now, I've got some purple silver wire for you. So it's diamond wire, purple silver colour. It's 10 metres, and it's 24 by 24 gauge. Look at this. Hello. That's wire wrapped around wire, basically, isn't it?
That's lovely. Beautiful colour combination.
You would have to sit and get two separate wires to get that effect, and just sit and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. That is brilliant. That is absolutely beautiful. £2 as well. There is only 10 of them, I'm afraid, and that is it. It's 10 metres in total, but there are only 10 chances available. See it, like it, love it, want it, grab it. There is a lot in baskets. There's 31 in baskets.
Oh, gosh.
They're gone, they're gone. Sorry if it's in your basket and you haven't managed to get a hold of it.
Definitely a day I would be apping it or websiting it.
Yes, or whapping it.
Have we contracted words again?
And apping it. There you go, whapping it.
See what you did there.
There you go. Green and silver, colour copper, diamond wire. We are going to price match on the price of this one. £2 in total. How many do we have of these available? 19 of these, so they're going to go just as quickly as the last one, aren't they, really? 19 chances, green and silver, 10 metres of it, 24 by 24 again. On your gauge. And already...
lovely fresh colour.
I know. Really is, because the silver brings it out even more, doesn't it?
It does. I was kind of listening to you describing it and then glanced up and happened to see it glowing there. And it really does glow because you have that green base, which is lifted by the frost of the silver.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to leave that there with you because that's going to go very, very quickly. Next, it has gone, I'm afraid. It has gone. Next up, oh, hello. That's a royal, sort of a navy blue, isn't it? We have got 50 metres of blue-coated copper wire in 0.8. Look at this. Almost a purpley blue. Well, no.
Very regal.
It is very regal. It's your navy. Navy blue.
What's the difference between navy and French navy blue?
I have no idea.
Ah, there you go.
I didn't even know there was a
postcard.
French navy blue.
French navy's a different colour to navy blue, apparently.
Well, the French navy's a different navy to the navy.
You make a good point.
Which might be why it's a slightly different blue. £5 in total on this one. 50 metres of your blue-coloured copper wire. Sorry, you seem to have found that quite amusing. That's good.
I am. I'm having a great time.
It might be. It might simply be that.
It could be different, yeah, maybe.
Different. Maybe the French Navy had a different blue than the...
You never know.
Because navy blue is the blue for the uniform, isn't it?
It is. My mum was in the Navy.
Was she?
Yeah.
My nan was in the Wrens.
Yes, that's the branch that my mum was in.
Oh, there we are. My granddad was in the Navy as well.
I see.
But he was in the Dutch Navy.
Oh.
And they met during World War II.
Oh, how lovely and exciting and romantic.
Yeah. There you go. My nan is now 94. She's amazing. No, she's fabulous. She is fabulous. Jem just went, love her. Is my nan scary? Can you imagine my nan being scary?
Is she 4'2"?
She's smaller than me, yeah.
Pocket-sized nan.
She's brilliant. Well, she's not pocket-sized to me. She's normal-sized to me. She's one of the only people I can have eye-to-eye contact with and not have to look up. Am I looking? Not with my nan, no. She's not quite that small. What was the number, sorry? Ooh. Now, this may well be the French navy blue. I don't know. It's actually sapphire blue, this one is. So we have got 10 metres of silver-plated sapphire blue wire. And it's in your 1mm gauge. That's a nice blue.
That is a lovely blue. That's going to go with your gold, your rose gold, your silver. You can pop that with your bronze. It's going to be a hard-working wire. It will go with everything.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely brilliant. It's such a nice, deep, rich blue, but it's light enough to really shine. Really does shine out. Love the quality of this. What can we do price-wise on this one? It should be £6.95. It is going to be phenomenal. I'm waiting.
Whoa! Oh, that's cheap. Well, blow me down.
With a feather.
My cap nearly fell off then.
£2.
£2. Oh dear. Oh, are you all right?
Yeah, but the other knee's done now.
I was going to say, the amount of falls you've had today, it's...
I've been classically trained. I've been training for, you know, they call me the fall guy.
So you technically are stuntman?
Yes. JM's very own stuntman.
Love it.
#1 tech op.
#1 stuntman tech op, Mike. Check your baskets out. They are flying out very quickly. You already know that. I know that. We all know that. They've been... Wow. How many reels have we got in box number 10?
Oh, is that what I think it is?
Oh, can we do that next? There was a proper... Has to be done. This is how much you're getting. A set of 3, and it's 20 metres each of your gold colour aluminium wire. You've got 1mm, 1.5mm and 2mm. There is oodles and oodles and oodles in this. Because it's aluminium, it's really, really, really flexible. The coating on it is durable. The movement of this is fabulous. I mean, this is the 2mm, and look how easy that is to manipulate. Have you worked with this one before?
Not in that colourway, or maybe. I have definitely worked with these wires and I adore them. They're so much fun to hammer. You can make figurative art with them to go on the wall. I like attaching shapes made from this to candles as a decorative device. They are absolutely gorgeous. Love working with that.
I love the fact that you can actually manipulate the 2mm without difficulty at all.
You can.
in any way, shape or form. I mean, it's so easy to work with. You're getting 3 spools in total. You're getting those 3 sizes, and you are getting 20 metres of each for £6.50. Which again is amazing, isn't it? Karen's already got 2.
I'm not surprised. And that's such a bright, vivacious colour, isn't it?
It's a gorgeous, it feels amazing, by the way.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they do all of the different colours in the aluminium wire, and they are absolutely superb to hammer as well.
They're all also really light, because it is aluminium. They are really lightweight to work, to hold and to work with. They're beautiful. It's like butter. If you ever think of when you say, oh, it slices through like butter, it's got that kind of feel. It's so soft, so easy to work with, so easy to manipulate and move. Oh, I love it. Oh, they're brilliant. And the coating as well, you can move it so many times. It really is very, very sturdy, very stable. Love it. Ooh, hello. What was the number? Ooh. I've been informed not to mention something. Can you guess what it is when you see the colour?
It's very beautiful.
It is very beautiful. I was thinking of strawberries. I was thinking of red shoes.
Ruby slippers.
Red coloured copper wire, 1 mil in gauge, and you're looking at 10 metres of it in total. Whether you're thinking of the C word or not thinking of the C word, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. It will work with so many different things. If you want vintage style, it's very much your lipstick red, isn't it?
Oh, your classic. Yeah, definitely.
Classic lipstick red, £2.50. £2.50. £2.50. It would look great. Lips, lipstick, pillar boxes.
It would indeed. Or the chest of a lovely birdie that you see in the garden all year round.
They're quite aggressive. I've had one fly at my head.
Oh.
What?
No, seriously, they
Seriously?
are quite aggressive. When I had my... Yeah, little robin. The old house that I had a really long garden, and it decided to make its nest in one part of the garden. And because we had our little table area, little patio area, every time we sat there, it flew at our heads to try and get rid of us. It was really evil.
Did you put your patio table and furniture on top of prime robin worm-eating ground?
No.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe he just woke up in a bad mood.
It was every time we sat there, though. He was proper, puffed his chest out. He used to sit on the fence going, and then he'd fly at us.
I'd actually pay to see a robin doing that. I really would. That'd be brilliant.
If a robin could ever give evils, that robin gave evils. Now, next up I've got purple. Oh, that is a fabulous purple. Serious, fabulous purple. 50 metres in 1 mil gauge. It's purple coloured copper wire. Should be £17.95. It's a fabulous purple, isn't it?
That is yummy-licious.
We're going to take it to £8. 50 metres for £8.
That's incredible. So much to work with.
Well, it's your structural wire, isn't it?
It
So
is.
you're not going to use masses of it in comparison to a weaving wire. And you've got 50 metres of it, so it's going to last for ages.
And if you got the artistic wire by the dozen kit,
yes.
absolutely perfect to work with. All those different colours over the top.
Oh, I like the idea of that. Brilliant. There you go. Now, I'm going to try and squeeze as many in. So I'm going to leave that there with you. Let's bring you the next one, which is also a red, which now all I can think of is the robin redbreast. This time it's a 1.25, 10 metres of it.
That's amazing.
It really is.
You don't often see the colours like this in gauges above the 1 mil.
Nope. No, you don't. So this is perfect for table decorations as well. 3.
Sorry.
Was that your shoelace this time? £3. £3 in total on that one as well. So grab a couple of these ones. Yes, I am going to say the C word. Christmas is a million miles away. I know, don't scowl at me. I know it's a million miles away, but at £3, you might want to think ahead. Just saying, you might want to think ahead because this could make so many different decorations, so many different table placings. It's going to be fabulous.
And being that heavier gauge, it works beautifully as napkin rings.
Yes. So even though it may be a million miles away, and Santa may be in his hibernation period right now, but just buy it because it's gorgeous. It's brilliant. Next, I've got oodles for you now. Oodles for... Oh, the colour. Oh, the colour. Oh, the colour. Fuchsia. 0.6 gauge, 100 metres of 0.6. I've seen so many shades of pink today.
It has been pink-tastic.
It has been pink-tastic. And this is about as pink as you can get. It is hot, it is vibrant, it is luscious, it's 100 metres. And what can we do on the price point? It's £9. Steady yourself, Mike, steady yourself. It's £9. That is amazing. 0.6, you are going to be able to use this as a weaving wire. So loads. Do you know what? I'd love to marry this up with that pink from earlier on. That beautiful, bright pink from earlier. Ooh, 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 ooh.
That would be candy cane stripes.
Oh, I love them. I want to put a turquoise with them. Do we have a turquoise? We don't have a turquoise, do we?
Let me just rustle for a second.
Oh,
because you could possibly go back to the by the dozen.
oh my
kit.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Right, just
Nommy.
I think those. Oh. It is this one you're looking at, by the way. Come back with my wire. Come back. Oh, you've got it there. Thank you. I thought she was stealing my wire for a moment. Right, we have got white pastel coloured silver plated round copper wire. We're looking at 100 metres, 0.4. Sorry, Sam, I thought you were stealing my wire. That's all right, hon. I love you. That's the colour we're looking at. Pastel white. That's really nice, isn't it?
That is lovely. It's very, very gentle. Exactly as it says on the tin, it's pastel.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of all the sort of, you know, the wicker weaving that you see, which is always painted in that white. Wouldn't it be really nice to recreate things like that, the hearts and the wonderful shapes that you can get?
You could.
But in wire?
Yeah, definitely. You just do a traditional basket weave with some of the heavier wires as your stabilising wire.
Yeah.
And then use that as your...
Oh, it'd be lovely.
Yeah,
that would be lovely. £9, and it is, of course, 100 metres that you're getting. Yeah, they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Love this. Now, shall we announce the winner of the competition? There were 28 eggs inside the basket. And the winner is Angela in Ayrshire.
Yay!
Woohoo! Congratulations! Angela, my lovely, congratulations to you. You have got both the pendant and the earrings winging their way to you as your little Easter treat, so well done for getting that right. And well done for everyone who sent their messages in. Sorry if you didn't manage to get the right answer, but congratulations to Angela there as well. Now, this is your chance to get 100 metres of 1 mil gold coloured wire. It is copper. Look at how much there is on there. Look at the size of the spool. The size of the spool is massive. It's huge. Should be £27.95. It's not today. Today you're going to get it for under £20. And finally, I've got the purple wire for you as well, which is in the 0.8 gauge. It's 100 metres of it in total, and this is the colour we're looking at. Question is, what should you be looking at price-wise, and what are you going to be looking at price-wise? Those are the two most important questions, aren't they? Should be £24.95. Today, Sam's back for the other wires. We're taking it to £15. It's going to end up going very, 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 very quickly. Now, I have just enough time, probably not to get over to you as Sam is now standing there in the way, but Jem, my darling, thank you so much. Just come past, Sam. Come past. Come on. Thank you so much for joining us. Come on, come past. Just come past.
We can see you.
I'm chilling.
Jem, my darling, we've got 25 seconds. Thank you for joining us. When are you back again?
I'll be back on the morning of the 15th of April, which is a Sunday.
Brilliant. I will be back with you very soon as well. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Can I just say happy Easter to every single one of you. Don't forget the clearance does continue tomorrow. So enjoy it. Check your baskets out and love to all of you. Mwah.
Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today? Welcome to JewelleryMaker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share. It's easy to stay in touch with JewelleryMaker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with JewelleryMaker.
Come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So when you see an item that you would like to